This is a movie.
Keep repeating. It's only a movie. Only a movie. Only a movie.
I love movies. Gosh, I love movies.
Listen to the Matt and Mark Movie Show.
You guys missed me launching my fucking phone into the toilet before joining you.
Your phone fell into the toilet?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, man, I thought you were smelling it just now. I thought you were raising it to confirm it had fallen in the toilet.
The new brown edition.
Listen, dude, if my phone fell in the toilet, it would be over. I would just be like, guess what? I guess I need to buy a new phone because I won't even fish this out. It's over. It's just over for me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Matt and Mark Movie Show. Yes, we're still on summer break. Yes, this is like our episode for August. We are coming out from our summer hidey hole to hang out and talk about weapons. But first, let me do some quick stuff real quick. Socials. Find us on the socials. At the Matt and Mark Movie Show on Instagram, Blue Sky, all that shit, X, all that shit. Voicemail 707-948-6707. Leave us a voicemail. YouTube, like and sub there. And Mark, we got to talk about this before we bring on. We have an esteemed guest here this week, but before we talk about that, really quick, Mark, how do you feel now that we've gone completely viral and we have taken over Instagram?
Dude, that was crazy. Well, it's still going, right? It's like almost
It's still
2
going.
million?
We're crawling to 2 million with an M, 2 million views right now. Thanks to a reel that we posted on Instagram mocking Ice Cube, specifically his new movie War of the Worlds on Amazon, which I still have. I was gonna watch it because our video went viral, and I was like, I should probably actually watch this movie, and I just didn't because I can't be bothered to waste 2 hours of my life. So I was like, you know what?
I
Fuck
want to
it.
see it too.
Thanks, Ice Cube. Thanks for the viral hits. If you haven't seen our reel,
than, like...
it has more views than maybe War of the Worlds, the movie.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen our reel, go to the Matt and Mark Movie Show on Instagram. It's literally the top pinned post on our profile. We are crawling to 2 million views. And it's just, it's like the biggest post we've ever had. It's like, you know, tens of thousands of comments and shares, and every day, every second I had to turn off all notifications on my phone. I can't, like, because if not, when I sign in, it's just constant barrage. Dude, last week I was traveling.
Damn.
I was on the road visiting some family in Arizona, and every day, dude, I just couldn't, like, I would log into Instagram and I couldn't see, like, real notifications from people, like friends who are commenting on things, or friends who want me to look at something. It's all just people I don't know. So, randos. By the way, we should also, you could tell I'm fucking totally rusty. Let's just introduce our guest now. I was going to take a moment, but I went the long way around, and he's like, I'm tired of fucking waiting. Are you going to talk to me or not? Hey, everybody. It's friend of the show. It's our good friend on the East Coast. You know him. You love him. We love him too. It's Tommy Nuggetz. Tommy, thank you. Thank you for coming back to the show, and thanks for surviving my really long open.
No, thanks for having me. I felt weird not talking at all because I'm on camera and I'm listening to what you're saying, and so, like,
dude, you should go on Love of Cinema
natural.
sometime when you're like a guest on their show and they're like, hey, just hang, we'll introduce you. They'll have a 20-minute open and you're just fucking dangling.
Wow.
Like, huh?
You're just sitting there.
Huh?
Everybody's watching, like, who the fuck is that? And they do
It's like,
video for
yeah, dude,
this
it's like the
too,
Vanna White
right?
syndrome, where you feel like you have to gesture to things or smile, be pretty, right?
It's like when those news shows like CNN have, like, it's like a Zoom meeting essentially with people talking,
Yeah.
and then one person dominates, and there's just the host has to like have the frozen smile for like 20 minutes. Like,
Yes, dude. If Wolf Blitzer is in that shit, you can't talk on Wolf Blitzer. Wolf Blitzer runs that shit in the Situation Room.
Yeah, you gotta
okay?
you gotta wait till the Wolfman's done hollering is what you gotta do.
Right.
So,
Wait,
yeah.
Tommy. Okay, two questions. How have you been, and have you watched our Ice Cube reel that approaches 2 million views?
So I've been pretty good. I've been hitting up a lot of movies, and even though I'm trying to spend less this year on physical media, I've been hitting up a lot of that too. Which you guys are not very helpful with, because obviously
Sorry.
we egg each other on, but that's okay. I need an excuse when my will feels strong and I don't want to say no. I'm just like, well, I bet Matt and Mark are hitting up the Criterion sale right now, so I probably
I had to
should too.
skip. I'm skipping Criterion sale. Arrow has been taking all my money lately. Arrow Video. I'm keeping the fucking lights on at Arrow this year.
Yeah, nice. Sending their kids to college.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll help them. I'll help them pay for a little junior college maybe soon. I got an order in the mix. I wanted to buy something at Barnes and Noble because it's one of the few places in my town where I can go physically like leaf through Blu-rays and 4K.
And they have always got good 50% off sales and deals, right?
Yeah, like Criterion, they have a couple Criterion sections, and they'll have good shit there that's sold out online. But unfortunately, my local does not have Arrow stuff right now. Like it's all website or
Dang.
So I've been a little bummed about that. I haven't quite pulled the trigger on Arrow, but it's coming soon. I need to get Deep Blue Sea like yesterday. So
oh shit!
Oh yeah,
is
I
that
missed
like a
that one.
4K?
Yes, it's a 4K.
It is a 4K.
You talking about that
It's not like
fancy
a
red?
steel.
It's like the fancy red case with the woman on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit looks
And
awesome.
it's been like, it hasn't been below 30 the whole time it's been out. So it's 30 right now. So I'm going to pull the trigger on that and a few others. And then as far as your Ice Cube reel, I did see it. You guys know I'm not on the gram anymore really very much. And I definitely really don't get on the podcast page these days, but my wife follows you guys and she showed it to me. And it's funny.
And she was like, Tommy, you're not going to fucking believe this. These two
No.
dummies are mocking Ice Cube, and because of it, the world is watching.
Well, we're both not the biggest Ice Cube fans for kind of. Well, he plays the same fucking character in every movie. He plays Craig in every movie, but also political reasons. I'm not a huge fan. So anyway,
Sure, yeah.
I wasn't even gonna watch the War of the Worlds when I saw it was an Amazon exclusive with Ice Cube as the star. I had no idea it was all as bad as it supposedly is with the product placement and the Zoom shit and all that. So you're real, even though I didn't naturally come across it. It pretty much cemented my decision to not ever watch that movie.
Thank you. Thank
so
you. We're
kudos
happy
to you
to
for
do
that.
a public service for people to help them
Yeah.
avoid that movie. But I do think
That's
the
what it
one thing
is.
that has changed for us is that now when you address Mark, you have to address him as the internet viral Mark. Mark now has a title that you have attached to his name. So congratulations on that, my friend. And
Yeah.
Mark, I
been
hope you get
upgraded,
it,
bro.
get it printed on your credit cards, get it printed on your fucking all that.
Yeah.
Okay. When I
Checks,
mail you,
My
everything.
business card.
dude, the checks for sure. If the check better say internet viral star Mark. So there you go,
Yeah.
buddy.
Then
Enjoy
Ice
that.
Cube finds it and kills me.
Yeah.
Dude, Ice
Hey,
Cube is definitely going to
C&D,
put a hit on
motherfucker.
us for sure. For sure. That's cool though. I was always a lot cooler with Busta Rhymes anyway, so maybe I can ally with Busta and he can like defend us and protect us, right?
Yeah.
I'm more of an iced tea guy. He helped. me
You're
get
more
a
of an
date
Ice T
once.
guy. I'm more of a Busta guy. I think we've got allies in the hip hop community, is what I'm saying.
I love Busta in movies, even though he hams it up in every fucking single thing he's in. Like,
Dude, he's the only person to
And-
successfully karate Michael Myers, and for that, he has
Yeah,
my
no-
respect forever.
no one's bested Michael Myers in hand-to-hand combat except for Busta Rhymes. So,
Except
yeah.
Busta, that's right.
He's always got that.
True story, when back in my TV days, I was on a shoot in Beverly Hills, and I went to a steakhouse next door to the SLS Hotel. I don't know what the steakhouse is called. I forgot the fucking name. But I'm in there getting dinner. This was years ago. It just took like 10 plus years ago. I'm waiting in line to get seated. Who's standing in front of me, waiting to pick up an order? This is the most movie star thing ever. Waiting to pick up their order from a steakhouse that doesn't do takeout. It's Busta Rhymes. And he was huge, like a huge swole guy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was him at first. And he turned and I saw him. And there are a few people, Mark knows this, I don't really care too much about celebrities. There are a few people that I get excited about that I'm like, oh, I want to get a picture or talk to this person. And literally, Mark, the big show thing, the big no thing had happened like a few months prior, and I was afraid. So I didn't ask Busta for a picture, and I regret it to this day.
Oh, I bet he would have done it, honestly. Busta Rhymes is cool. I'm actually a big fan of his music too. Like I was listening to his music for many years before he kicked Michael Myers' ass.
Were you a flip mode? Gonna flip it on you.
Flip mode squad, y'all. Yeah.
Flip mode's the greatest.
You better believe it. Yep. No, so Busta and dude, like even in other movies that you forget about, like he's in Finding Forrester. He's awesome in Finding Forrester. He's the main character's brother, and I don't know, I like him in Narc, and he's a fun dude. So I bet he would. Did he have his locks or not? Because you know
he did not.
He used to have those dreads.
Yeah, no dreads. Just like that's why I didn't recognize him at first. I turned and I was like, oh shit, that's Busta Rhymes. And
well, that's when he got real swole. When he
swelled up. He swelled up. I think probably it was because people wanted to fight him after he successfully beat Michael Myers on screen, so he had to bow up just in case. So like, I got a reputation to protect.
Yeah, everybody was gunning for the top dog. That's right.
That's right. So aside from Busta Rhymes and Ice Cube and Ice-T, respectively, there's another thing that I want to talk about that's kind of rap related, not really rap related, unless you're talking about the Turtle Power theme song by Partners in Crime. What's up? Mark, you and I believe a few of our other friends like Dasein, a few other people wound up going to the Fathom event last night for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 35th anniversary. And I wanted to just talk a bit about it, if Tommy will indulge us, because I know we're going to be reviewing weapons this week, I should say. You can tell I'm all out of practice with this shit. We're going to be reviewing weapons. If you want to get straight to the weapons review, go ahead and scrub ahead, but you're going to miss some fucking pearls about Ninja Turtles. So the movie celebrated its 35th anniversary. Fathom brought it back to theaters, and I guess it was such a big seller. Usually Fathom events are one night. This has now been playing for like a week. Like every night it's playing. Like our buddy John Say was like, oh no, I missed it. And I was like, John, you missed nothing. You can literally go every night this week if you want to go see it. Mark, how was your screening?
It's pretty awesome, actually. Dude, it was great. It was pretty packed. It was, of course, it's New York City, so it's probably got a lot more people. And you know what the thing is, it was nice. It was like a nice mixture of like new families and like old fans. And everyone was into it. Everyone cheered at the right moments. It got like several applause breaks toward the end.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, no phones on at all. No one talked unless it was like to interact in a good way with the audience in the movie. So I think I saw it as a kid, but I don't remember it that well enough. So to go back as an adult and see it was like a really nice moment for cinema, I think.
That's awesome,
and especially because it's an awesome movie and it's aged so well. So if anyone gets a chance, and they have till, I guess here's what, the 21st, so they have like 3
till
days
Thursday.
To check it out.
Yeah, at the time of this recording, if you're listening to this, you probably have 2 more days roughly to go see it.
It's totally worth it, by the way, especially if you haven't seen it in a long time. It'll make you very nostalgic for good, fun movies.
Yes. You remember, dude,
it was screening.
It was like a nostalgia bomb. My screening was awesome. I will say we had a great audience, but it was very small. I've done a few of these rep screenings this year, as you know. Like I did Goonies, I did Last Crusade, I did Labyrinth. I've done a few of these. These were all like sold out screenings. I think because they were all one night only. We went last night for TMNT, and there were maybe like 6 other people. So it was really small. It was kind of awesome, though. Wow. It felt a little like we were tucking into like watching the movie at like a rich guy's house or something. People were just kind of like very mellow, but the audience was super into it. Especially towards the end, like once the shit popped off and they were all fighting Shredder on the rooftop, everybody got really into it, which was awesome. This was really sweet. There was one talking moment next to me was like a dad who was clearly our age, super into TMNT and wanted to introduce it to his daughters. They were very little, 5 or 6, and I heard one little girl as the movie started. She turned to her dad, and I heard her go, "So this is the movie you used to watch all the time when you were a kid?" And he's like, "Yeah, now you're getting to watch it right now." And I thought that was the sweetest fucking thing I'd heard, and it got me really pumped up. Movie was great. It looked incredible. I will say, I have seen this movie. I know I've seen. This is one of those movies that's like in the bones. I've seen it so many times. I know every line. I know every cutaway, every reaction. Like, I just have it baked in because it was such a pivotal moment for me. It was a seminal moment for me, but a seminal movie for me. And then working on Turtle stuff in my professional life, like, I've seen this movie a bazillion times, and it still connects with me every time. I do think the movie has never looked better. Like, I thought it looked, even though it was still kind of grimy, and it's a gritty movie. It's like a gritty, we were talking about, it's like a gritty New York movie, but it looked awesome. And I can't wait to see it.
Well, it's kind of like
it's coming to 4K, Arrow Video
film, right?
Yeah. It was coming. It was.
Are these screenings?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mark.
Screenings like the 4K releases, by the way?
I don't think.
I was going to ask.
I don't think they are. Fathom does not do that. Fathom does not. Listen, Fathom will put a pan and scan shit from like the fucking DirecTV stream and call it a day. Like, you could go to see the thing Fathom event and half the shit's cut off. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I don't think this is the 4K. So Arrow Video just announced the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trilogy set, and I pre-ordered on 4K. I think all these movies are going to look radically better and different and restored than the thing we saw last night. But I thought the print last night, whatever DCP they ran, looked great. I thought it looked amazing.
Yeah, ours was super sharp. Maybe there are a couple effects shots that, but by nature of those effects shots being, I guess, multi-pass, that's just, it's going to be grainy. But other than that, there were some close-ups where it's like you could see like the beads of sweat that they put on the prosthetic skin. So there were certain, like the teeth, you could see some insane detail, and it's like they had like a short period of time to shoot this. There's crazy crane shots. Yeah. I mean, I forgot how good those suits moved. Like, they move fast.
Not only do they move fast, I was reading the turtle suits are 70 pounds. They are 70 pounds of stuff. Damn. So as fast as those characters are moving and karate kicking and flipping, that's like a real guy in there doing that with 70 pounds of shit on him.
And
those aren't isolated incidents. There's tons of flipping and spinning and crazy shit.
And my favorite thing ever, which is the move that Raphael does at the end, when he punches and kicks 2 different foot soldiers at the same time. It's one of the most badass fucking things I've ever seen. I saw it and I was like, hold the phone. What is that? Show me that move in slow-mo. Awesome. I loved it. One thing I noticed, so I've seen this movie a bajillion times, I noticed something for the first time ever last night that I have never noticed. Okay, so Sam Rockwell famously plays the lead thug that all the kids are, when he's like, "You want regular or menthol?" He gives them the cigarettes and shit. Okay, the part where Casey Jones confronts them. Spoiler for a 35-year-old movie if you've never seen it. When Casey Jones sneaks in and he confronts the punks and he's like, "You guys, this is your family? This is what you call family?" If you look to the thug, every time they cut to Sam Rockwell, if you look at the thug all the way on the left that's standing next to him on his right, left on screen, it's fucking Skeet Ulrich from Scream. It's Billy Loomis. And I had no idea. It's fucking Billy Loomis from Scream. I noticed him last night and I was like, God damn, that guy looks just like Skeet Ulrich. And for fact, it is Skeet Ulrich.
Wow, that's crazy. Is it a credited role, by the way?
I think he is.
Yeah, is he in the credits?
I think he is. But it was just crazy because everybody knows Sam Rockwell, and I was just like, oh, wow. And Sam Rockwell's fucking great in the movie. But, dude, I was like, oh, my God, this movie had a secret Skeet Ulrich in it the whole time. So, Scream fans, got something to look for next time you watch TMNT. Mark, any final thoughts on it? Oh, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Later. Well, it's weird because you think 6 years is like, I don't know, not that much time, but it seems like in Scream, he's like this, obviously easily recognizable heartthrob. And I've seen Ninja Turtles probably 50 times, and I don't remember seeing. I remember seeing Sam, but I don't remember seeing Skeet. So
watch the scene where Casey Jones confronts them at the end, and he's like, after he hits Tatsu with the golf club, and he's like, "That's what you call family." The guy he's standing next to is fucking Skeet Ulrich. I was like, "Oh my God, What the shit?
That's nuts.
Mark, any
That's really
final
cool.
thoughts on TMNT 35? Anything else you want to add about the Fathom event?
I don't know. I just thought it was like I kind of wish they did a little bit more, to be honest. But I always say that about Fathom events.
Like
It would have been
special
cool
stuff?
to get some like special poster or a
Yeah.
pin or something cool.
Well,
Just
I was going
because
to
it's
ask
like
you guys, like, what was special about the event? They just were showing it on a theatrical screen, right? Like, it wasn't
Well, it was for the
introduction by a
35th.
director or
Well,
anything.
no, we had an introduction that was like part. It was really just a glorified advert for this big new Turtles documentary that's coming. But the thing is, we've had a great Turtles documentary already. It came out 4 years ago. It's called Turtle Power. I've seen it. I actually reviewed it on the show. It was one of the nerdy documentaries I reviewed on this show. And it's the same guy who made it, but I was like, that guy has said everything he needs to say in Turtle Power.
Yeah.
I don't know what else he would have to add. And I thought they showed you like, oh, here's this alternate scene with April and Danny in a comic book office. I was like, that's actually an alternate ending that they cut, that they didn't use. I know that because I've seen Turtle Power. They've covered all this shit already, but they were pretending like we had never seen it. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
wow. This
Well,
is
and,
the
like-
only thing this guy does now, just a Turtles
Yes,
documentary.
he just
every
does
few
Turtles
years.
documentaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to start a podcast soon talking about turtle documentaries.
He absolutely
And,
probably that probably already is in the it's happening right now. I bet you probably go listen to that
Yeah.
guy's Turtle Power podcast. But don't leave
Yeah.
this podcast to go listen to it. We're talking
Yeah,
about
stay
real
here.
shit. Stay here. That's right. Ice
Yeah, we
Cube
got
listens to
Tommy.
the Turtle Power podcast. We got Tommy.
Yeah.
Think about that shit. Okay. All I have to say about
I don't know if I
TMNT
can stack up
35.
against Ice Cube, but
You could stack up. You could stack up. All I got to say about TMNT 35 is go see it if you have not seen it yet. It's just fun to watch with an audience. Like it's fucking great, man. Plus, Fathom never does anything this cool. This is like the coolest thing they've done in a really long time. So I'm
Probably
with you,
some
Mark.
lame anime.
I said this with at Last Crusade and Goonies. I was like, where's the swag? Like, I know we have tariffs and shit's hard right now and shit's expensive, but like, you used to go to these things and you'd get a little trinket, a little memento to remember your screening and your experience. And it wasn't like a first,
I mean, shit.
you know,
I got a poster at Naked Gun. Like, they're giving away free shit still now. You know,
Damn, I
went
didn't get shit.
Oh, dude, yeah, I got a poster. I haven't done anything with it yet, but I
man,
got
you
it.
got a good poster, dude. They only offered me a mini poster at Fantastic Four, and I was like, no thanks. No, you don't
you
want
didn't really
this
dig that one too
Fantastic
much.
Four? And I was like, no.
I'm all full. I'm all set.
I'll drop that in the
Good to go.
toilet with Mark's phone. I don't want it.
I already got Michael Chiklis hanging in my room.
Yeah,
Thing
I
in
got the
shield.
real thing at home, Michael
damn it.
Chiklis. Yeah. Well, I know. I thought for sure we would have gotten like a little pizza medallion or like a button or something that says, "Hey, TMNT 35, I was there." Nothing. Fucking
Yeah.
nothing.
Dude, everyone, I don't know about how much it costs out there, but over here it's like $20 a person.
You're gonna be mad. My
You
screening
should
was
get something.
my screening was $8 and it was free because I'm in the Cinemark movie club. So they gave me the movie for free. They were like, just go see it.
Dude, you want to hear something crazy? AMC
That's awesome.
does not cover Fathom events with their program. So
Really?
it's completely
Cheapskates,
excluded.
man. That's cheap shit. That is cheap
So
shit.
I have a Regal membership. I have a membership for the Regal theaters, and like we can go see pretty much any release that they're playing. But I don't remember seeing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles event this week, and
Oh,
I
shit.
haven't checked, to be fair, since Friday. So I'm curious if I'm actually going to look at that right now while I'm on your podcast, which is a little little classless, but I still I
Dude,
would
it's
like
not
to be able
classless.
to,
We spent
Tommy,
the first.
share your screen so we can
Yeah.
see you buy tickets.
Please share your screen, and also
well,
we
I'm
spent the
I'm on my phone.
we
so
spent the
it's-
first
it's
20
hard.
minutes talking about Ice Cube, and then we introed you. You can do that. That's totally fine, Tommy. I would imagine.
And we don't even like Ice Cube, and we still talked about.
We talked about he dominated the whole beginning of this fucking episode.
Triple
Yeah.
X State of the Union is a great movie.
I'll say,
Yeah,
look,
Teenage Mutant
And
Ninja Turtles.
Desolation Williams.
It's
I like Ghosts
it's
of
not playing
Mars.
at my local.
I like a Friday.
too.
I like Anaconda.
I love
These
Friday.
are all movies I
mean,
love.
I like. here's the thing about Ice Cube. And I love his character in 21 Jump Street. He's hilarious. The
He's
captain,
great.
like, he's so funny.
Don't be
I
talking
just-
to
I just
Korean
think he's a
Jesus about your
douche.
problems. Korean Jesus got enough to worry about.
He's like, find the money, find the dealer. Like, yeah, Ice Cube he's good in the roles that he's in. I just think he's a douche, and now every time he pops his head up, it's either to say some shit politically that's way fucking out of touch and off key, or he's in like kind of a crappy movie. And as soon as I saw they were doing a War of the Worlds that was not going to be like, you know, them actually battling machines, and more like the
That
movie
he
Host
shot
from a few years ago
In a dorm room
Fuck
on
that.
a Zoom call. They
Yeah.
couldn't be bothered to get a real stage.
a COVID movie that, you know, during COVID was okay, but like
Totally a
it's
COVID
2025.
movie.
You got Jeff,
Totally a COVID
you got
movie.
Jeff Bezos money. I want to see some tripods crawling out of the ground and chasing Ice Cube's
Yeah,
ass,
man.
You know,
Dude, that is true. Yeah.
If
Like,
they can
it's
do
War
a
of the Worlds,
fucking
it's-
Jeff Bezos, they've got like a new Eddie Murphy movie. They've got some 007 reality show with Brian Cox that nobody watches. They're spending money on content. Why couldn't
they
you have
bought
sent Ice
007.
Cube? Yes, exactly. Why couldn't you have sent
By the way-
Ice Cube to like a real soundstage?
yeah,
You know what the funny part is? If you go to the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds movie on Amazon's platform, it's like Oscar nominated. That's all this like lovely stuff they say about it.
yeah. Now they do. At one point though, they were like, I think we could do better with Ice Cube in front of a Zoom screen. And it's like, no, are you kidding me? I like the Tom Cruise one. I mean, it's not perfect, but
I like
Dude,
that one a
fucking
lot.
rules.
It's a great movie.
yeah.
Also, you know what I like?
Yeah, I think
is
so
the
too.
is the ability to mock Cube and get millions of views in the process.
Yeah, no
Thanks,
shit.
Ice Cube.
You parlayed
Make a
that one
sequel,
well.
please.
Good job.
Thank you. You know, it's not often we get to mock celebrities and get viral for it, and
And
You
have
know,
it work.
it's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. You know.
That's right.
all right.
Fighting the good fight.
Let's move on to the main event, people. We're here to talk about Weapons, written and directed by Zach Cregger. I'm going to go ahead and hit this. Yes, the movie just came out a couple weeks ago, and I kind of feel like most people know now about it, but just in case, we are going to be spoiling the movie Weapons, so you have been warned. And also, I want to hit one more thing. Aspot, I know it's not technically time yet, but it is a spooky movie. Can we get a little...
Kind of spooky if you think about it.
Oh, shit, it is kind of spooky if you think about it. That's right, ladies and
Wow.
gentlemen. That's what we do.
It's
Aspot,
officially the start of Halloween
it's the start.
season.
He broke it out. He fucking
Hell yeah.
broke it out. So there we go.
It's official.
Weapons. Written and directed by Zach Cregger. Starring Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, the guy who played Solo, the guy in the Marvel movies, Wong, who plays Wong. He's also in it.
Benedict Wong. Yep.
Yep. We've also got the mom from Field of Dreams in an undisclosed, in the internet's favorite role. Dude, I've been seeing so much Aunt Gladys popping up now on my feed. I've seen people dressing up like Aunt Gladys doing like reels. I've seen t-shirts now that have Aunt Gladys on it, and instead of Wendy's, it says Weapons because she looks like Wendy because of her
Dude,
red hair.
Wow.
I have a neighbor who I think looks like Gladys probably
Is
looked
Gladys?
about 30 years ago. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like,
shit.
Hot
I
Gladys.
turned to my wife during the movie, and that was, and I told her, "Hey, that's so and so." I'm not going to say their name, but hey, that's so and so in like 30 years, and I can't get it. It like burned into my brain because same bangs, same hair.
Tommy, you're lucky though. You don't have
Crazy
any
quality.
hair. She can't get any hair from you to tie around her witch stick and
true.
break it. So you're
That's
safe,
true.
dude.
I'll
you are
notice
safe.
if she reaches for the stash. I'm a germaphobe, so I'll
Dude.
be slapping her hand away immediately. Like, what are you doing? Don't
Put
touch my
that
face.
fucking hockey
But-
mask on when you talk to her. Get
Yeah,
some separation.
exactly.
So we're going to be really counting on Tommy to keep us honest in this review because Tommy actually saw the movie very recently and Mark and I saw it 2 weeks ago when neither of us thought we were going to see it. I was on the road. Mark doesn't know when he could see movies. He lives in the most populated city in the country. And randomly, we were both
I didn't think
assholes. Within 24 hours, we were like, hey, I saw the movie. Hey, I saw the movie. Okay.
No, but the
And
other thing too is like if I didn't see it that early, I would have totally missed it in
Yeah,
IMAX.
for sure.
Oh, yeah,
That's
see,
right.
if I
Because they
had
give
a,
it like one fucking week, and they're like,
if
"You're
if I
out."
had a reason like that to go day one, I would have. Truth be told, my theater had shitty times on opening Friday. It was either like 3 p.m. or 7 p.m. and we usually go to movies like 4:30 or 5. So we went and saw something else, and then this week we were able to go.
Tommy,
this last Friday at,
did
like,
your theater do
5.
one of those screenings, the 217 screenings? I saw theaters were doing that, which I actually think is
Oh
kind of
wow,
cool.
that's cool.
See,
Yeah.
and I read about that. I don't think they did. I think that week one, maybe like opening day at Thursday, they might have done something 17 after. But I know that that Friday that we elected to not go, it was like 3 p.m. and 7:10 p.m. were the start times.
Okay,
So,
weird.
but like they don't do fun shit. It's super annoying. Like they didn't have the Ninja Turtles event either, so they must
Dude,
just,
yeah, what's up with
anything
your
that they can-
Regal? You better write them an email,
Dude,
bro. They
you
need
need
to
to
get
move.
with it.
They're cheap. They're cheap. The only reason I like them is they're low.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no, Gladys got to him. Oh no.
his local theater killed.
Big Regal silenced Tommy.
Regal collaborating with Ice Cube has killed Tommy Nuggetz.
Rest in peace. While we wait for Tommy to recover and come out of his Gladys-like coma, I'm gonna shoot the shit with Mark. Mark has, I don't know if you people can see this at home. Mark has a weapons background with the kids flying with like the airplane arms. But when Mark sits normally, it looks like two arms are popping out of his head. He looks like a fucking You look like a One Punch Man villain. No, Tommy has officially disappeared.
Tommy's gone.
We've lost Tommy, people.
Does it look like I have really bad, like, what do they call those things? The pigtails?
Yes, dude, you have like the Wednesday pigtails. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Gladys has released Tommy from the black void, and he is back. Welcome back, sir.
thank you, Gladys. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Gladys.
Hey, when you guys walked out of the theater, did you open your eyes all wide and run at your spouse or anybody with your arms out? Because I know I did.
No, I went and
awesome.
immediately bought 18 cans of Campbell's chicken soup, and nobody thought to ask me if it was weird. No one thought to stop me and say, "Hey, why are you buying so much fucking soup, kid? What's your goddamn
Like, hey,
problem?"
Kid, I see you
Did you
carrying
feed your
body
relatives
weight.
poorly by shoving a spoon
Like,
straight into
When
their
that kid,
face?
when they
Sticking
were
on their
revealed,
chin.
when they revealed that kid buying all the soup cans, right? You know what I immediately thought of? And I love the movie, I should say. I'm not hating on the movie, but this was something I thought of. I was like, do you remember how big a deal it was in movies in our day to see kids shopping? Like, I thought about that scene in Home Alone when he goes to the grocery store for the first time on his own,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Why you by yourself? Where's your parents? What's this for?" She's fucking interrogating him, looking at every grocery item that he. What's this for? Why you buying this? And I was like, we needed a scene.
He's like, I
We
that.
got
can't tell you that.
condoms.
Yes, dude, we
I don't
needed a
talk to
scene like that
strangers.
in Weapons, where they were like, "Why are you buying 18 gajillion cans of Campbell's soup? What is this?"
I
Oh,
also
wait,
thought
as a kid,
the
doesn't that
neighbors-
feel? Oh, sorry, Tommy.
Well, no, sorry. The neighbors were also very oblivious to all the happenings at this house. Like you would think someone would go,
Newspaper
hey,
on the
here's your
windows."
newspapers. Yeah,
Yes.
you know, I saw
Yes.
a junkie break in yesterday in the middle of the day, guys. I thought I'd check on you and bring you a casserole.
Right.
But yeah, I agree.
Do you like how everyone's cameras were strategically pointed so that no one could tell what the fuck is happening in this town anywhere?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I
It was
did like that.
It was always just the back of something running away.
I did like, though, that they made a point to kind of show you, though, like, I thought that was smart, where Josh Brolin was like, fuck it, I'm just going to talk to other people who have cameras, Ring cameras. And you could see that, like, oh, most people are not going to show this strange, abrasive man their footage because they don't want him in their home.
Right.
So they're like, no, like, when that girl first answers the door, she's like, fuck that, I'm not showing you. And he waits for her husband to come home,
Dude.
Justin Long, the MVP. We fucking love him on this show.
I didn't
I
even
got
know
the
he was
biggest laugh in my
I didn't even
theater
know he was
when
in this.
she's standing on the staircase, just like
mad, and Justin Long lets him in.
He's like, I don't know.
Listen, we wrap.
Justin Long does seem like the type of neighbor that would be friendly and helpful, though.
Not only that, he seems like
He
the
pulled
kind of
his-
guy who would try to be a big man and be like, I run the house, I'm gonna let the man in, and then that man proceeds to walk all over him. That's exactly what Justin Long
dog
does.
walk him.
And then his wife cheats on him with the dude.
Josh Brolin. With Josh Brolin. Yep.
Josh Brolin rolls up there in his Lariat fucking truck, his giant, 34-ton truck, and fucking Justin Long pulls up to the driveway that could barely make the incline in his little Prius.
Yeah. I was like, dude, I saw that, and I was like, it's always assholes driving those trucks every fucking time.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the same kind of guy driving that truck.
Wasn't it weird that was the only scene that Justin Long was in, though? I thought we'd see him a little more, and obviously
I liked it only
Barbarian,
because it felt like a nice nod to Barbarian. Like, all right, we included him. He gets to survive this movie. He's not going to be having any trouble. I mean, he lost his child, but he's not going to be like in any distress. We're just going to leave him alone. I kind of thought that was nice, and it was fun because I will say this, Tommy. I think it would have been distracting if they would have gone back to him. I'd have been like, okay, because now I want Justin Long to also be funny,
more comedic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have been expecting the comedy more because obviously this movie does have a fair amount of laughs, but it's all kind of awkwardly out of nowhere. Like it's so you're not expecting Josh Brolin to do something funny, or you're not expecting Julia Garner to be funny. So I agree. I guess Justin Long, you'd be waiting for the funny shit every scene he was in. I just was like, it took me until the movie was over, and I looked at my wife. We always kind of go for a walk after we watch a movie at the theater, and we digest and talk to each other about what we liked or didn't like. And I was like, man, I just realized we only saw Justin Long once, didn't we? Like it kind of took me a minute to remember. Fuck yeah, he was in that movie. So
that would be a great post-credit scene, though, if he's upset that his kid is back. Because he didn't seem too upset that his kid was gone. He seemed pretty happy. He was like, oh man, take care of this stupid kid. Last scene should have been him angry.
Maybe it should have been him on vacation. He should have been sitting on a fucking beach chair somewhere and then been like, hey man, didn't your kid go missing? And he's like, I don't know. Whatever.
Or it might have even been funny if it showed a scene of his wife making him go like sleep on the couch, and he's like, "What? Like I would have fought the guy, but I was trying to help him out."
That's funny.
She's like,
"That's funny."
Downstairs, like that could have been good.
That's funny.
But so Josh Brolin's character is kind of dumb though, because he's like, he should also be like, hey, I mean, and it's like if he lost his kid and he could communicate that to this woman who's also lost her kid.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
You know what? He's like a dumb brute, but he gets more progress than the fucking police do. Like
he's the only person who actually does he's the only person who actually does real police work in the movie, and we see him doing the detective work. And as a bonus, we also see him throw that crackhead guy around like 20 times like it's nothing. He throws him into the wall,
that was awesome.
Runs back and throws him back over. That shit was hilarious, well, dude. That my whole theater was laughing at that.
Brolin's a big guy, so like seeing him toss that little junkie around, you're like, Jesus.
It's funny, you don't realize he's a guy that's like deceptively big. Like if you see him on his own, you don't realize he's big, but then you see him next to that crackhead or Julia Garner, and you're like, goddamn, Thanos is huge, right?
Yeah.
Fucking throwing your shit around.
Yeah, you watch Sicario, and you're like, oh damn, Josh Brolin's a bad motherfucker.
He is a bad motherfucker, no doubt.
Yeah. I like him. He was good in this too.
So I think I should poll you guys, because I've come out and said I really liked this movie a lot. Not my favorite horror movie of the year by any stretch, but a really competently made horror movie. I'm really excited about what Zach Cregger does. I love his style. I love that all his shit seems really fresh. I'm just going to say this. Even though it wasn't my favorite horror movie of the year, I'm loving that horror is just having a fucking year again. We're getting so many quality horror movies, and I would definitely add this to that list. And so that makes me excited. I can't wait to see what he does next. But I want to throw it to you guys. Like, Mark, were you a fan? Tommy, were you a fan? Where did you guys shake out on this movie overall?
You want to go first, Tommy?
Yeah, sure. I really dug it too. As far as I'm concerned, Cregger is 2 for 2 with his 2 feature films. I really like Barbarian, and I've watched it probably twice since the theater, and I still dig it. And I liked Weapons a lot too. I would agree it's not my favorite horror of the year, but it's probably top 3 or 4 for me on horror this year, and maybe top 5 or 6 for like overall movies. But
I would go with that. Yeah.
We've been spoiled this year, and really, especially in the horror genre, we've had some excellent stuff, and it feels funny to not keep this as the top like two, because I feel like any other year it could have been, but we're just getting some awesome marquee and like creative original shit this year. It's not all pre-existing IPs and requels and sequels and all that. So I dug the movie. I love Cregger's humor that he includes in the scripts for both of his movies. Obviously, it kind of helps break the tension, but it just makes it feel a little more real too, because sometimes even when crazy shit's happening in real life, funny things are still going to happen. There's still going to be moments where, you look at the person next to you who's also going through this thing of 17 kids missing in your town, and you're like, did that crackhead just run through that screen door? Like, it's, sometimes things happen that you're still going to kind of like have an unease, humor and an unease with. So I like that Cregger incorporates that in both of his movies so far. I knew pretty early on, I was like, this is a witch story, obviously. And then, of course, we see the witch spray painted on Julia Garner's car. And I'm like, well, yeah, obviously that's like everybody thinks it's her. And I knew it wasn't going to be that simple, but I knew it was a witch story. But I just thought the performances, the shooting style, the way the story was told was all great. I very much enjoyed it.
Nice. Wait, I have to ask before we go to Mark. Tommy, what is your favorite horror of the year?
So my favorite horror this year is my favorite movie so far this year as well, and it's Sinners. I love Sinners.
I thought so.
I thought it was fucking phenomenal. I'm a big music guy, so the music in Sinners pushes it kind of over the top for against any other movie this year, unless they come out with something that's as transcendent with a mix of music and vampire lore. And I also appreciate the period piece aspect of Sinners. I love Ryan Coogler. I like Michael B. Jordan. Sinners was my top
Nice.
flick of the year for sure.
Nice. Mark, where'd you land on weapons?
I really liked it. I thought it was really well balanced. It was, you know what I noticed? He's one of these few directors that can make a slower pace movie, but it's still engaging to the audience. I didn't see anyone walk out. I didn't see anyone like, I'm bored. And no one was looking at their
No
phone,
phones,
which is
no
like
phones, yeah.
probably the
Yes.
best sign that an audience is into it when they're not checking their phone thoroughly
Yeah.
or constantly. So I really enjoyed it. I couldn't tell it was a witch story initially. I kind of just
Same.
was like letting the story unfold, and I could not predict what was going to happen, which I also liked about Barbarian. And I liked the fact that because he made Barbarian, you couldn't really predict what he would do in this movie, because after watching it, like, okay, he's not following like your traditional story beats, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And all the way till the end, I was thoroughly engaged. There were some funny parts that, like, there were some things that didn't make sense. Like I was talking about the cameras, and also I thought it was funny that after this lady was completely dismembered in this front lawn, Josh Brolin's character was just like had no reaction to like this lady's head getting pulled in half.
Well, and I think they were trying to show that even though he was only under a spell for a little while, he was still like freshly fucked up from it. He was a little bit catatonic himself, where the kids have been that way for a month. So the kids are like way further gone, obviously. I kind of took it as that, like they were showing how fucked up you are when you're under this spell. And yeah, I love that she was dismembered. Like I like when people get their
Dude, that was
comeuppance.
crazy.
was-
I was not expecting that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was,
it
dude,
was
that was a
awesome.
moment, man. And it looked incredible, but like, I want to say, like, that was a moment, but the lead into that fucking foot chase where the kids are running through
Dude, that
screen
was
doors,
insane.
running through
That was
windows.
sick.
It looked so good. And it reminded me of one of my favorite movie foot chases ever, which was Point Break, where you're watching
Point
that
Break,
really
thank
long
you.
foot chase,
Yes.
and it's super intense, and
Yeah.
they're running through screen doors, they're running through people's houses and shit. And I was like, this is Point Break. It's fucking awesome. I loved it.
Dude,
And it feels so
It's-
real too.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
and the
that's-
Like
intensity's
when
why I
they
up,
make
it's
impact
high.
with that glass and
Yes,
shit.
yeah.
like
yeah.
someone is running with a camera. Someone is
100%.
running
I was actually
through
watching
these doorways.
behind the scenes stuff with how they shot some of the stuff, especially Julia Garner in the gas station. And it's their camera op is on rollerblades. He's rollerblading with
Oh
her.
wow,
That's how they're
That's
going so
crazy.
fast
That's
and
awesome.
smooth. So that fucking guy's whipping around those aisles on rollerblades carrying a giant fucking camera. So respect to that guy.
And
That
you
is
know what's
cool.
funny about that? I know I'm going to go off topic for a second, but remember when we talked about the movie Ambulance way back when? And
Yes.
I didn't love it because I thought I thought there was too much drone footage. To me, the antithesis of drone footage is someone actually moving with the camera. Like, to me, that's like the difference between CGI and practical effects is drone footage versus guy on rollerblades, or sneakers running. And I could just feel the difference. And you could totally tell during the gas station scene, during the final chase scene, that someone was moving with a fucking camera. And I just can appreciate that more than if a drone is zipping by and it's like crystal clear. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of like this, the way this was
You
shot
get that
was
weight of the camera more with a person
Yeah.
running
Yeah.
with it, I guess.
You're
and I
also
just-
in
it's
the
like
moment.
vinyl versus-
It feels a
Yeah.
lot more kinetic, and the adrenaline feels higher because it feels like you're in the moment versus getting a god's eye view. And by the way, you can't say
Yeah.
ambulance without summoning.
Bring ambulance.
Thank you, Asspot. Thank you. Asspot on point, everybody. I do want to
but
say
yeah,
something
to
really
me,
quick about the whole
good.
witch thing. Like, the Tommy called the witch thing. Mark didn't. I also didn't. But here's the thing, and this is kind of one of the big reasons I loved this movie, was I'm going to pick on M. Night Shyamalan for a quick sec. M. Night Shyamalan, to me, it makes some fun movies, but he's made some duds too. And essentially, his whole career has boiled down to not the twist ending for me. It's more of his concepts, right? What if this happened, but this? What if the trees were trying to kill us? Like, he has these thoughts that are great hooks for things, right? But the problem with M. Night Shyamalan is his answers to those amazing Twilight Zone questions always suck. And I think what Zach Cregger has shown is that he's able to ask these big concept, high concept Twilight Zone questions, and his answers are even better than the questions. And I think that's what got me here, because I was like, okay, it's a great hook to have every kid run out at 2:17 in the morning. It's a great hook to have this town torn apart because of this one event and have one survivor. Well, what's the answer? What's going to be the thing that's going to explain all this? And to me, the explanation is even more bonkers than the fucking question. And I have to say, I think
Oh yeah.
conceptually and just as a writer, I love that. That to me is this movie's strength. And I think if Cregger can keep doing that in his movies, I think he's going to even outpace Shyamalan, because Shyamalan only can go so far. The question only takes you so far. You have to have the fucking answer too, and have that be as satisfying. And
Well,
I think it is here for sure.
You know what the
Yeah.
difference is, though? Like, about going back to what you were saying about question and answer. Also, I think M. Night Shyamalan, he'll answer too many questions. Like, he gives up too much, and there's too much exposition. This guy, on the other hand, he leaves a lot of stuff. He'll answer questions, but he leaves a lot open. So you, as an audience member, feel more like you're participating in the story and can create something
Right.
in your own mind on top of that, rather than it be completely spelled out. I like that the witch is there, but it's not like there's like, and here's the origin of the witch and how the tree works. It's just visually told. It's
Right.
like, here's how you're observing her use it. You don't need some
Yes.
stupid character to be like, and then when the full moon is out and you use the full moon, you can cut the blood and wrap it. And then
Take the toad's
shut the
eggs.
fuck up.
Yes.
I do think they
What a
did.
dumb.
I think they filmed or at least scripted a scene with her backstory a little bit more. But obviously it didn't make the final cut, and we don't see it in the movie, which I agree with you, Mark. I think that that's good. There's, you're not washing things out with the exposition, and leaving things up to the audience really does allow us to feel like we are there experiencing it with the players. And, for me, you guys want to know why I thought witchcraft in the beginning? I'm not going to lie. Hocus pocus, because the kids
Oh,
came running out of their house in the middle of the night. And I was like, oh, like
Damn.
hocus pocus. And so then 10 minutes into the movie, they spray paint witch on her car, and that made me think I'm on the right track. So then I was trying to figure out like who is a
Wow,
witch
that's pretty good.
involved in Julia Garner's life. I thought maybe it was some shit from her childhood. So I was still surprised pleasantly by the reveal. And it didn't take anything away from the story, but yeah, like pretty early on, I was like, it's a witch. There's some witchcraft going on here. And I fucking love movies about witchcraft. I don't think they make enough of them. I think there's been some pretty good ones the last few years, and I wish there were more. So yeah, like Hereditary, The Witch, that shit's all good.
Dude, The
and
Craft.
you can add weapons.
I'm going to The Craft
Yeah,
too.
I love The Craft.
Dude,
Yeah,
weapons is a nice notch in that belt. Like, that's a nice to have that in your fucking subgenre list. To have that movie representing you is pretty fucking good.
Hey
Absolutely.
Matt, can I ask you a quick question? What
Yeah,
was
man.
that movie? I think you recommended it, and it kind of had some similar look and aesthetic to Weapons. And there's one scene where the one of the characters is on a bike, and this lady is just chasing in the background, and she's
Oh,
kind of in
Cuckoo.
silhouette.
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo. This
Oh yeah,
movie kind
yeah.
of reminded me a bit of that,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah,
It's
that's a
like
good
nice small
call.
town happen things happen at night. But here's what I want to ask you guys. And I think this is like, to me, sometimes it's a pet peeve unless it's done really well, where you're like revisiting the same scene, you know? Did you guys like the chapter breakups?
I did.
I
I was a
did.
big
I
fan of that.
appreciated it.
Yeah, I like it only because I like to me it's just a neat way to sort of like restructure your movie and kind of live by this point of view. I was like, okay, I dig what he's doing because now we're going to be doing that Tarantino thing where we're seeing other characters experiencing the same moments. I'm a sucker for that. Did you like it?
I did. I appreciated the basically after about two of them, you were excited for the next character's
Yes.
segue, you know. And so
Especially too, once
when I
that
saw
crackhead's
Alex,
name came up, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is
yeah,
gonna get really
yeah,
fuck." Because I want to
because you
follow this kid and see what the fuck's going on.
exactly you want to see what happened before he tried
Yes.
breaking into that warehouse, and so it became something that like was a nice anticipatory tool to get me to be excited about this next little brief narrative. And I think that Zach Cregger said his biggest influence for that. I also thought of Pulp Fiction. I think he said Magnolia was a huge
Yes, even
influence on
Oh
down
me.
to
yeah.
the cop and the mustache. He's been talking about the John C. Riley character in that movie.
Yeah.
Why, Mark? Did you like that narrative style with the chapters?
I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I
I did
really
too.
enjoyed it. But like I said, sometimes it's not done well, but you can tell the blocking of the scenes was more reminiscent of like Back to the Future, where like as soon as you saw the stories take place and you saw his pickup truck in the background for who was it for Justine's story, then when
Yeah.
it went to Archer's story, you were like, oh shit, now I can find out what the fuck was going on. Why was he observing her? It's cool. It actually makes you like Matt was saying, it makes you excited to find out what happens to each character. So I thought it was
Yes,
done really well. Because like I said, I've
agreed.
seen it done so poorly so many times. But in
Yeah.
this case, it was like it actually moved the story forward, and you didn't feel like you were just rewatching the same scene
No.
over and over
Also, because
because he would approach it
they're
from a
each
completely
told
different
in a different
perspective.
way too. Like, Mark, I think it was you talking about the visual storytelling and not over explaining the tree and all that. I loved the simple visual storytelling of explaining how smart that last kid is. Like, okay, he now learns like he doesn't know how to fucking use a can opener. So the next time you see him, it's so simple. He's bought all the cans with the
Pull
pop
tab.
top. Next time you see him in the class,
Yeah,
he's
that
got to
was such
gather
an
all the
awesome
objects
little.
from the kids. How's he going to do it? We already know he's smart. So then he figures out, oh, they
Name
each made their
cards.
own fucking name tags. Perfect. And he could pull them
Yep.
all off. Like, it was such a cool
Without
visual
getting
It's
caught,
good.
it was
shorthand.
It's
great.
good foreshadowing. It's good
Yes.
foreshadowing, so you're not
But
surprised.
it's
You
also
already
something that we
know
preach
he's
about a
capable.
lot on this show is competence porn. And that kid is super
Yeah.
fucking competent. And I really love the
Yeah.
subtle way that of all the characters in the movie, the most competent one is this little kid. And I actually thought it was so clever the way that his story was told. Right? Because at first you're like,
Well,
oh, it's just
Actually,
gonna be a victim story, and then you start to realize you start to see him sort of take agency, take control. It's cool.
Sure.
well,
I
to
think with
Tommy's
that
point
too.
about them not like figuring out why this house is boarded up or like papered over and stuff, it actually it kind of makes it more it makes it makes more sense that people couldn't find out because the kid was so good at covering his trail. And by showing
Sure.
that, it made you realize, okay, yeah, maybe it was hard for the neighbors to find out what's going on because that kid was so good at covering his tracks.
Sure.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I think the reason too that kid was the most competent, and basically by the time the movie was over, that kid was the protagonist, not Julia Garner,
Yes.
not Josh Brolin. The kid was. And I think the reason why is that kid represented Zach Cregger himself. In an interview, I think he said that his motivation behind a lot of this story was his own childhood and dealing with parents who were alcoholics, and
Oh
how he
Oh
shit.
kind of
shit.
felt like you feel like a zombie in your own home because you like go to school and you go out in the world and you pretend everything's normal, but then you come home and you have to walk on eggshells, or you have to do all these things to maintain normality and to deal with your parents, drunken outbursts or tirades or, emotional temper tantrums, whatever, all that stuff that comes along with, having an alcoholic set of parents. And because Zach Cregger lived through that as a child, that's what inspired him to kind of give this Alex kid that perspective and that POV of like, he was the caretaker of his parents for a whole month and basically is the reason they fucking survived, and everybody else survived ultimately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I did think, again, I
deep.
kept thinking of I'm like, he's feeding all these kids. Are they pissing and shitting everywhere, or does no one poop and pee anymore?
Yeah.
How does it work where you're
Yeah,
in
or they
the
just
Was I
pee
the only person
where they
thinking of this?
stand.
I'm like, are they wearing diapers? How does
They're
this
all
work?
wearing the same clothing.
Yes, I'm like,
I-
is he changing diapers? What's going on?
Yeah, because this kid would have literally from the time he gets home from school until he goes to bed, all he'd be doing is changing diapers,
Yes.
wiping asses, and
Yes.
pouring Campbell's soup down
Been
people's
I've
chins.
literally
So,
seen
yeah.
everybody's penises and vaginas in my whole class. I've wiped everyone's ass 90 goddamn times, right? I can't even watch TV. Gladys doesn't let me even do that shit. I gotta do all this fucked up, and I gotta feed them soup so they piss and shit in their diaper again. Right?
Yeah.
I kept thinking like that was my question
Dude,
to
he saw
that
his
kid.
parents' assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He saw his dad's gooch.
Yeah. He's like, Dad, you might want to touch that up. Get you one of those man bush scapers. It's funny. In 8 years, that kid's gonna be asking a girl to prom, and he's gonna be like, I wiped your ass when we were in
Yeah.
grade, right? Like,
I've already been
will
there.
you go to prom with me? It's old news, baby. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, we're all horror guys on this show, and I wanted to ask you, not so much kill, because I think there's one big kill in the movie, and that's clearly the one. But was there a particularly scary moment or something that really worked for you on a horror front? And I'll tell you guys mine, and it's such a simple detail. That simple visual of that fucking door opening seemingly on its own and closing on its own fucking got me every time. It unnerved me. Before I even realized the dad is like right there shutting it, just to see it like open and somebody vanish in and then it shuts, fucked me up.
And it's pitch black.
Yes, that fucking got me.
I thought a scene that kind of made my blood turn chill a little bit. It wasn't really scary, but it was when the old lady dropped her act with the kid, when she realized that the kid knew something was up.
Yes.
And when she was basically like, sit down. Like, it was really cold. And dude, this is Amy Madigan's best performance ever, in my opinion. In her
I would
whole
agree.
career. Uncle Buck's girlfriend, Shanice. She was obviously Kevin Costner's wife in Field of Dreams. She's
Yes.
Ed Harris's wife in real life, which is awesome. I didn't realize they were married.
Oh, all right.
I should have. Yeah, I should have known that, because like I've been watching both of their movies for 40
Dude,
fucking
they should
years,
go
but
out
I-
on Halloween. He should go out as his character from Love Lies Bleeding, and she should go out as Aunt Gladys, and they should fucking just terrorize their neighborhood at Halloween. That'd be amazing.
Hell yeah. So yeah, she was excellent, and I thought just that little part when she dropped the nice visiting aunt routine, and when she
Yeah.
realized this kid is going to do what I say because he knows what's going on, not because I'm being nice and sugaring him up. That kind of made my blood turn cold a little bit, like, oh fuck, this poor kid.
Yeah.
And then the bulging eyes when everybody was possessed and running, like Benedict Wong.
His was the
eyes
worst.
bulging
That
His
out,
was
dude,
the
crazy.
worst.
It
Yeah.
was nuts.
Mark,
was
what
nuts.
about
And
you?
Like, that
Did you
guy's
have
got
like
some dry eyes after that.
Did you have like something scary that you hung on to
I'm
that really got you?
I am a sucker for people looking through some house's window that they're not supposed to be and just seeing something through the darkness. Or
Oh,
like
yeah.
for me, like in Mulholland Drive, when they have to go to the house and there's the body inside, there's something creepy about going up to a house that you're not supposed to be looking through the window, and there's
Yeah.
something in there that's just
Well,
quietly staring
'cause
back at you.
It
Cool.
reinforces the idea that you shouldn't look in windows. Like, it basically goes, yep, you shouldn't have done that. And so I get that, man. That's
Yeah.
a legit fear.
You're
for
talking
sure.
about when he first looked through
when
that
the parents
slit.
were just sitting there, I jumped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was fucked
that
up.
was creepy. That was creepy
fucked
for
up.
sure.
Guys, it feels like I want to save time because I know Tommy's got to get out of here at some point. I want to save time for Get Rex. That's really why we're all here. But before we switch over, and do either of you guys have anything to say about weapons? Any last things you want to touch on before we move on?
I'll just say, again, I thought everybody in the movie was great. I thought the storytelling was excellent. It was well shot. But like walking out of this movie, the biggest person that I have even more affinity for is Zach Cregger, because he wrote and directed, in my opinion, two perfect first two movies in the horror genre. And I like when people dig in and they know, hey, I'm a horror person. I'm going to stick with this genre because it's what I love. And you can tell he's a fellow horror head. And so I really am super excited for his next movie, and I was already excited for his next movie after Barbarian. So I'm very much a Zach Cregger guy right now. If he goes 3 for 3, I think he's new horror royalty as far as storytellers go.
He will have done what Jordan Peele could not. That would put him, I think,
kind of what I'm
top.
saying.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Sure. He would join the likes of like Mike Flanagan, Robert Eggers, some of these other guys, Ari Aster, maybe, Osgood Perkins is getting there. But Zach Cregger is legit, and he's a name to watch out for with whatever he does next.
Mark, anything you want to add about weapons before we move on?
I totally agree with Tommy. I'll just say that he's done something where he's taking this genre and elevating it, because I mean it did really well at the box office. You can tell it's bringing in crowds other than horror heads, at least for the screening I attended. So I think he's making horror more prominent, and hopefully people will take it more seriously and also give it bigger budgets so they can do some more interesting stuff and get bigger name actors. So I think it's whatever he's doing with horror is definitely bringing it to the forefront, and hopefully people respect the genre more instead of thinking it's just schlock and like slashers,
Yeah, and it made more than its budget in its opening weekend. So it's already like a gigantic smash success for Warner Brothers. Dude, Warner Brothers is on a fucking roll this year. Sinners, fucking Superman, Final Destination Bloodlines, this movie, Weapons, like these are all Warner Brothers joints. So good on them.
Doesn't it feel like they're getting their shit together? They're like, people just want good stuff. How about we just make good stuff?
How about we just make good shit? I know, it's crazy.
I hope so. And kudos to the studio, whether it was Warner Brothers or New Line, because New Line was the ones that, originally acquired the rights. There was like a bidding war between New Line and Netflix. And apparently Netflix offered more money, but Cregger was guaranteed a theatrical release from New Line. And obviously, and plus New Line's they're a horror house, man. It's the house that Freddie built.
But New Line is Warner's.
Nothing like seeing that logo appear before a movie.
I know, it's so awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, New Line is Warner's. Warner's bought it, and I believe not only are they it's not like they just bought the name and bought all this. Like when they're developing projects, they're through New Line. They're doing it from the Warner, all those movie brass, those same people. So it's all within the family. I don't know why some things are New Line versus Warner Brothers. I don't understand what the decision is there, but it's all Warner.
Yeah. It's all cousins in the same tree, it sounds like. So
basically.
And props to the studio, whoever made this decision. Weapons was supposed to come out, I believe, in January. And after test
that would have been disastrous.
Yeah, it would have been bad.
Well, and the test screenings did so well, they decided, no, let's move this back into fall, end of summer. And kudos to everybody involved in that decision, because I think it was a fucking hell of a decision. Yep. Julia Garner was already in a bad horror movie in January. It's called The Wolfman. So let's leave that there and leave this here.
We covered that.
I feel as though this doesn't this movie feel like the official start to our horror period?
Oh, it does.
Like
but
we're coming in August, September, October, and it's like,
are you saying
this whole year has?
Are you saying
because like we had Sinners?
If you think about it,
are you saying it's kind of spooky if you think about it, Mark? Are you fucking saying that right now, bro? Because it's feeling like you might be, and if so, this might be the official kickoff to the spooky season on this show.
Thank God. What a way to start, too.
Fuck it, finally.
Yeah,
God
really
damn. All right, guys.
It will be hard to top unless you dig deep.
I'm going to move us into the Rex, so that way we get some full rec time. Let me hit this real quick.
I'm gonna wreck it, wreck it, wreck it, wreck it, wreck, wreck, wreck. I'm gonna wreck it, wreck it, wreck it, wreck it, wreck.
Well, I go on facts, not recommendations, but thank you.
Hey, what was that? A fucking lightsaber, dude?
Yeah, it was.
That was awesome.
Mark's over here.
That was awesome.
Oh, what
Holy
the hell
shit.
is going on?
Dude, that brings you to the Gladys zone where Tommy disappeared to.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
Get
You don't want to
Wrecked,
go there.
where we wreck things that we have been watching. It's been a long time since we've been on this show. I think it's been a month since our big summer movie bro down episode. So we got maybe some things we want to go over. So I think what we'll do is I like to go round robin when Tommy's on. So maybe we'll slot Tommy in third. So maybe let's do this. Let's start with Mark. Then I'll go. Then we'll go to Tommy and we'll go round robin that way. Mark, what do you want to talk about on the Rex?
Well, actually, you know what? It's gonna still be Tommy oriented because Tommy recommended Perfect Getaway, and that
Oh,
was an
yeah.
awesome movie. I
Hell yeah.
thoroughly enjoyed it. Really good script, awesome director, of course, David Twohy rules. Amazing cast, kept me guessing the entire way through. It's shot beautifully. Everything about it was like really well made, and I'm surprised it flew under the radar. It's a really good thriller. So if you're looking for a thriller and a whodunit, this is like one of the best. And it's on like
Dude.
an awesome location.
And it's funny because when we texted the night that you were like, because I was watching Brothers Grimsby, which was funny, by the way. It was the most dude joke movie I've ever seen in my life, like, which is kind of what you'd expect from Sacha Baron Cohen. Like there was jokes in that movie I'd be embarrassed to watch with my wife. It was so fucking over the top. But I texted you guys and was like, all right, I'm taking one for the team, watching Brothers Grimsby. You guys watch one of my shits. And Mark asked me my most favorite question for anybody to ask me, and that's what should I watch tonight? I fucking love that question. And so I had just watched A Perfect Getaway a few nights before, and it is something I do watch every couple of years and have been a fan of it for a while. But I was so stoked when you said you liked it, man. So it's even cooler that you're wrecking it here now. That's badass.
Oh yeah, the perfect in the title represents the movie. It's fucking perfect to me. I loved
Damn.
it.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's very Hitchcockian, and it's like you had said, Mark. And I think it's surprising how good the cast is, because like fucking Chris Hemsworth is in it, pre-Thor. Chris Hemsworth, Marley Shelton's in it, and I just think everybody kills it. It's really one of those movies where if you're kind of in a horror mood, thriller mood, summer getaway, whatever, vacation movie, whodunit, it's perfect for all those things. So that's badass that you are reckoning, dude.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, thanks for the rec. By the way, it also reminded me a bit of like The River Wild. I don't know if you saw that Kevin Bacon movie, but that movie fucking rules.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, it does. Hell yeah. It is a good one.
Kevin Bacon, also good bad guy. Good bad guy.
Yeah, he really is.
So, all right, there you go. Perfect Getaway. Up first for me, I've already look. I watch horror year round, but I've started officially my spooky season movies. I'm trying to see movies that are more in the season, and also catching things I've never seen before. And this could be a possible Tommy rec. It feels like something Tommy might have recommended on this show in one of his many horror appearances. I watched for the first time a movie called Dark Night of the Scarecrow. Is this a Tommy rec?
Whoa.
Okay.
That is not a rec from me.
Okay,
No.
so I watched a movie called Dark Night of the Scarecrow from 1981. As Mark knows, I'm a big fan of killer scarecrow movies. It's a very small subgenre. I watched a great one a year or two back just called Scarecrows. And I expected more of the same. I expected a very silly, straightforward, schlocky monster movie that happened to have a killer scarecrow in it. That's not what I got. This is a randomly, quality revenge horror movie made for TV, but don't let that throw you off. Back in the 70s and early 80s, made for TV was also code for hey, we really spent some money on this shit and we put real actors in it. So don't let that throw you. This is not just some made for streaming garbage that would come out today. People actually, quality people made this. It's I'm trying to figure out a way to talk to you about this movie without spoiling it, because it does hinge on a giant spoiler. I will say this. There is a crime that happens in a very small town, and an angry mob goes to exact their revenge, and they may be exacting their revenge on the wrong person. And it has to do with a scarecrow. Scarecrow features prominently in it and is very effective. If you're looking for a movie that's going to get you into the Halloween season, it even has Halloween scenes in it. But you're looking for a movie that's going to take you by surprise, where you're not sure exactly where it's headed, I would say check out Dark Night of the Scarecrow. It's on Tubi. Great transfer on Tubi. They clearly loved this up. I was looking into it. I guess this movie has like a cult fan base because it's gotten like a serious Blu-ray treatment recently, and it looks
Nice.
it. Like you
It
go
has a
on Tubi.
4K, right?
I believe it might have a 4K as well. There is a sequel, which I don't know if I'll check out because it seems like a cash-in sequel that they made that came out 2 years ago. This is a movie that made in 1981, and now all of a sudden they're like, no, we're going to make Dark Knight of the Scarecrow 2. And I was like, hey, that looks like shit.
People been waiting.
Yeah, this
They've been
original
waiting
movie
40 years for this.
has fucking Charles Durning in it. It's like a real movie. So it's really good, man. It's really good. Also, Larry Drake, Robert G. Durant from Darkman is in the movie as well. He plays a very pivotal part.
Nice.
It feels almost like a Stephen King movie in a good way. This feels like a Stephen King, Mike Flanagan joint in the 80s. That's what it feels like.
Salem's Lot was made for TV, and that movie is
Yes.
awesome, and that's Stephen
Yeah.
King.
And
When
this
a
could
Stranger
fit-
Calls Back.
This could fit right in with those for sure in terms of the quality
Nice.
of the movie making and the storytelling, and it's fucking scary to boot. There are 2 moments that are genuinely chilling
really?
in it. Yeah, that's what I kind of love.
Dude.
Like I was like, man, back in the day, made for TV movies, they didn't fuck around. Like if they wanted to scare you, they pulled no punches. They got like really creepy. There's a moment in this that will
Yeah, they could
fuck
do
you
some shit.
up.
Yeah, they
Really?
could get away with some shit.
Yeah,
And it's cool because like Tubi is fucking awesome anyway, and
I
it's,
love them.
it's hard for me to find sometimes these real early horror-thon day watches because it's like I'll watch a movie while I'm eating lunch, and Tubi's like where I go to just look for something. So I'll have to check this one out very soon, man. That sounds sweet.
yeah.
Want to hear
It's not.
something that makes me an asshole? I was watching it like the first 10 minutes, and because it was 4:3, I shut it off.
Oh
You're
no!
like, fuck this square
That was my
shit.
one
I'm
thing.
outta
I
here."
should have said that. For Mark and people who are like very precious about their 4K quality, yes, maybe if you're not in the mood to watch something that's 4:3, baby, don't check this out. For the rest of us, go watch it. It's really good. Really
You know
good.
what? I used to not like watching 4:3 on a HD TV because I thought you'd get burn-in from the black, but you actually you don't get burn-in because it's the absence of the light diodes even firing or turning on or whatever. So now I'm down with 4:3 if it's the right thing.
Ride or
Um,
diode,
yeah.
as I say. Sorry, that was really stupid. Tommy,
Oh,
what do you
My
got?
turn.
First Tommy Nugget's wreck of the episode.
so you guys both went horror, which obviously I came prepared with the same. I'm gonna go with something new though. The reason I didn't see Weapons week 1 is because the showtimes were shitty. So we went and saw something else. We checked out Together at the theater.
Oh, yes.
With
Oh shit!
Dave Franco and Allison Brie, and it was good. It was very so it's kind of like a welcome to body horror, a good welcome to body horror. If you can't quite do like Videodrome and Society and stuff like that yet, like I would say start with things like The Substance, with Demi Moore from last year, and Together here with Dave Franco and Allison Brie. Those are good entry level body horror watches. I'm not usually a Dave Franco fan. They're married in real life, so their chemistry in this movie was really, really good, and very legitimate and real. The story, super simple, and if you see the cover and you hear the title, you kind of know what's happening, but just the way it was told and the real and rawness of their like emotions and other issues they were dealing with before the horror part even incorporates, it just felt like a very raw, real, legit movie. It's super cringy at times, and it's not just horror cringe. It's like social cringe sometimes, when you get like secondhand embarrassment for someone that you see doing something really
yeah.
like, ooh, why are you doing that? There's some scenes like that in the movie. So I think it's a good mix of literal body horror, but also with like cringy, kind of awkward subjects being thrown in the mix that complicates everything for this couple. And it was fun. Now, of course, I did read recently, I think they're in some legal hot water or some dispute where someone is suing the
They
writer
said they took their
director.
idea, right?
Yes. So the director and writer of Together is Michael Shanks, who I am not really familiar with, but apparently him and Allison Brie had a meeting with someone who pitched a similar story, and then they made this movie years later. So I'm not advocating for that part of it, but from what I saw, Together was a nice little, and I think it was only in my local theater for a week. I don't believe it was there this last weekend. So it was kind of felt like a good decision to go see that when I did, because I knew Weapons was doing well and Weapons would still be playing for a few weeks. So if it's still in your local near you, or if it's streaming soon, if you're at all into like Cronenberg or Brian Usna, any of this fucking, or if you liked The Substance last year, I think Together is worth it. Worth checking out.
Interesting. All right. Well, it's definitely on my radar now. I was a little iffy on it. I do like body horror, but I don't like I just see those two and I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch this. But you've convinced me. Your review has convinced me.
Yeah, and I think that they both, because they're married, it's good. If you saw him just with someone else, it might not work, because I just always think frat bro when I see Dave Franco, no matter how old he is.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, it's a frat guy. Which, whatever, if you were in a frat, nothing wrong with that. But I'm 42, so I don't think that the frat bro thing is always the coolest thing as the lead character. So it's hard to not see that with him. But they just got really good chemistry together, and he definitely doesn't play that type of character here. He's more kind of a little bitch. It was good. It was a fun watch.
Nice. All right, there you go.
I think I'll check it out. I saw the poster and I was like, I gotta see this shit with the eyeballs.
Yeah, almost touching.
And that's very, you'll remember that scene for sure.
Oh shit. Okay. Mark, what's next for you on the Rex, buddy?
Well, I guess I'm also doing tons of horror, and this is kind of a wreck from both of you because you guys were both talking about the Final Destination series around the time that Bloodlines came out. So I was just like, you know what? This will be a wreck for 1 through 5. I had a blast with the entire series. Watching them all back to back was super fun. I love it. And I think personally, I thought Bloodlines was the best for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was that way because I had rewatched all of them. So as a series, it's nice to know that currently it ends with the best one. So, but all of them are like extraordinarily fun. I didn't have like a dull moment through any of them. I was like engaged. All the kills were super fun.
Dude,
and it's cool because if you watch like 5.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Tommy.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, since you did Bloodlines, did you watch Bloodlines again? Like, did you rewatch as you went through? Because I was gonna say, did all the like little Easter eggs and nods to the series then really stand out to you? All of a sudden, you were like, "Oh shit, that's this. That's the log the truck from 2." That's like, were you able to like start picking things out?
I think I did it in reverse because I had seen Bloodlines. I was like, oh, this is the scene it's referencing. So I actually had like a reverse appreciation. But I do want to, now that I've seen them all, I do want to see Bloodlines again because I had so much fun with that movie.
Yeah,
now that I've seen the entire series, I would like to revisit it. And then I can probably pick up even more stuff as I watch it.
Catch a few extras. And I was going to say, this is one of those few franchises, like, obviously, we're big fans of things that they've made 7, 8, 9, 10 movies of. We like Halloween, we like Nightmare on Elm Street, we like the Friday the 13th. But I feel like almost any other franchise, if you watch 1 through 5 in a short period of time, it gets a little bit like monotonous and repetitive. Like, you can only see Jason chop a camper's head off so many times in a row, to where you might just start, phone scrolling and getting bored or whatever. And, if you're watching the first 5 Saw movies, you can only watch someone's body be chopped up, so many times before you're like,
dude, you get bored in the middle of 2, and 2 is actually good. They're good movies, still boring.
Yes. But like with Final Destination, it always feels fresh and like they're trying to outdo themselves with the deaths. And so for me, my second favorite one, I know we talked about this in our text group, I love Final Destination 5. I love when the gymnast flies off the parallel bars and just squamp on the floor. Like, I love that shit. I don't know why.
My back hurt when it happened.
Yes, dude. It's so fucking like surreal and you feel it. So that's a good rec. Those are all fun movies.
Mark, do you have a favorite now that you've run through the whole series?
I think the
Still
first one's
Bloodlines.
phenomenal just because
Yeah.
it's like got
Yeah.
the physical effects and it's like it hasn't been tainted too much with CG and it's fresh and you don't know what's going to happen. So I think I would say my favorite one is probably Bloodlines because maybe it's because it's like the first exposure. And then I think number one's my second favorite. And the other ones you can kind of throw in any order because they're just a blast.
They're
How
just
about you
fun.
Yeah.
guys?
I think for me it's number 1 and then number 5 and then probably Bloodlines. But I like them all. 2 has the best opening scene, but I don't like the main character in 2. I think she sucks. But like 2 has the log truck scene fucked everybody up.
Yeah.
Everybody who was driving in the early
That
aughts
became
till now
synonymous with that
knows that
franchise.
scene.
It became the iconic thing
100%.
from Final Destination. Until now, I would argue
Yeah.
now Bloodlines has reshuffled that deck a little bit.
Yeah. With the rooftop restaurant.
I would say rooftop restaurant or guy getting sucked into MRI machine.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
that
okay.
one's bad too.
That one's
Especially
really
now
fucking
I'm at
bad.
the age where I have to probably go to the doctor
get an
a
MRI.
scan like that done. Now
Mark,
I'm never gonna
just
do it.
take all your nipple rings and penis rings and shit out. Don't be like that guy. You don't
Yeah.
want to get sucked into the thing.
Just-
Take all that out, man.
Just remove the Prince Albert and you'll be good, bro.
Who do we got on the MRI docket today? Viral star Mark. Okay, this guy's gonna have piercings. Remove all piercings.
I'm pretty sure.
And
He's full of
magnet
metal.
enthusiast.
Magnet enthusiast. Fucking magnets. How do they work?
You can add that to the end of your name, Magnet Enthusiast Esquire, something like that. Do it. Get those cards made, man.
I'm totally gonna do that.
All right, solid Rex there from Mark. So there you go. The entire Final Destination series. Definitely worth checking out. All right, next for me, it's a 4K pick for me. Still horror adjacent, maybe more gateway horror. I got my Small Soldiers Steelbook, and you guys know
After
I love.
one whole year.
I waited so long. And, you know, I love me some Joe Dante, and I finally got the Steelbook, and I got to watch it. And we've been watching a lot of Joe Dante this year on this show, and it was a fucking blast. It looks so good. This movie desperately needed a 4K upgrade, because even the Blu-ray copy kind of looks like shit. It looks really dark in some scenes. They just have not given this movie any love until now, and it has been properly restored. You can do side-by-side comparisons. I've seen these on YouTube where like they have simple daylight scenes, and you can just tell this movie needed love, and it got it. It's the best it's ever looked, and the puppets, the toys themselves look amazing. All the scenes still totally work, but it was so great. Like one of these movies, kind of similar to TMNT, where the minute I threw it on, I was just like kicked back to 1998. Like I felt this nostalgia wave over me. So it looks fucking awesome. If you can get your hands, if you're a fan and you can get your hands on the Small Soldiers 4K Steel, it's also, if I could be this fucking guy, the Steelbook design, it's like the nicest Steelbook design I've seen this year. It looks so
I gotta
slick.
see this.
It's beautiful. It looks so cool,
See,
man.
that's what I dig. When they, because sometimes the Steelbook, they just throw a shit-tastic poster wrap around it, and it's just, oh, you should just be happy that it's made of steel. And it's like, no, I want some cool exclusive artwork. I want some interior artwork inside the case. So that's good to hear, dude. My small copy or Small Soldiers copy that I have, I actually got to give a shout out to you, Matt, because it's a Blu-ray you sent me. Bro.
Oh shit!
When you. I think you had like a duplicate or something. And
I think
so
I did
you
have
sent me
dupes of that. That's right. Yeah.
So I don't know if I can upgrade, man. I got sentimental value on that.
Oh
Blu-ray.
shit,
I don't
that's
know if I can
awesome,
upgrade
dude.
To the next,
Dude,
next
to this
level.
day, I have not upgraded my Young Guns to 4K because I'm hanging on to the Tommy Nuggetz Young Guns that he sent me.
Hell yeah.
So that's funny, dude. I forgot about that. That's fucking awesome.
And it's I've been thinking of movies to send Mark recently, but Mark's become a worse 4K fucking snob than we have. So
Oh,
I'm like,
he's
wow.
gone off the reservation. Don't try. It's got to be the cleanest possible presentation. This is
I think I
viral
was-
star
the
Mark we're
reference
talking
level
about.
ones?
I think I had a Blu-ray
Why
of
does this guy
like
have a Moses copy?
Django and Full Metal Jacket, and I was like, Mark probably doesn't want these on Blu-ray. This is like peasant watching. This is bullshit for him.
Mark has rejected your free movie.
Return to Santa.
Mark's first question: how much did this cost? Did you take a loan out for this movie or not? Because if you didn't, I don't fucking want it.
Oh, 2K scan from Interpositive? Don't bother. I only want true 4K scan. How dare you?
Well, speaking of 4K, my next rec is actually a little out of sync, probably with what you guys expect from me, especially. I didn't know today was officially kicking off spooky season, so I maybe would have prepared a little differently. That being said, we were talking about grimy New York movies earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Last week, I think it was like Friday or Saturday night, there was like a flash Amazon sale for some Kino Lorber titles, and I ended up picking up the original Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 on 4K.
Oh
for
shit!
Great fucking
10
movie.
bucks.
Great movie.
Dude,
and
that's
it was
a good deal.
10 bones. And
That's
so,
a
yeah,
solid deal.
That's my rec. I watched it yesterday. My wife dug it. It's super just gritty and grimy. You can tell it's before New York got all clean and you know, kind of gentrified. No offense, but you know, for lack of a better word. And I just love how grimy and gritty it is. Every time I see Walter Matthau, of course, I think of Grumpy Old Men, but he's not an old man yet in this
Dude,
movie. He's
it's
still
Grumpy
kind of a young
Old
buck.
Men and fucking Mr. Costanza as cops, and they're
Yeah.
totally
Yes.
believable and awesome.
And then dude,
By the
Arthur
way-
Spooner is one of the cops.
Yes.
Like, Arthur Spooner works for the Transit Authority. One of the heist guys is Earl Hindman or Hinman, who was
Yep.
Wilson on Home Improvement.
And of course,
Um,
Quint.
Oh shit!
Quint.
Really?
Quint's
Shaw,
the greatest fucking bad guy. Yeah.
Triple OG, exactly. So Hector Elizondo is like the creepy guy that keeps groping all the women on the train.
Yes,
and
that's right.
He's like, I could fucking guard the door. I wouldn't miss a stroke. Like he's such a
Yes.
creepy fucker in this movie. So Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 was good. There's no crazy twists or surprises. It's pretty straightforward and grimy, but just a fun movie. And you know, I've never been to New York City, but I feel like I've visited and at least been part of the subway system because of movies like this, Taking of Pelham.
By the way,
1, 2,
that
3.
movie and Taxi Driver, if you want to know what like old school New York is, those two movies pretty much sum it up.
Hell yeah.
It's like really filthy and dirty. By the way, when I was watching, there was like some interview about the movie Charade, and Walter Matthau was saying that he runs funny. So ever since I heard that as a kid, anytime I see him running in a movie, he's totally right. He runs really weird.
I can't think of a movie where I've seen him run. I'm like racking my brain, like
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson and Dennis the Menace. Now
I've
he
seen
doesn't
him
run
dance,
that.
and out to sea, he does a whole dance, and you can tell he's not light
Oh,
on his
yeah.
feet at all.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He's like super
Even
sloppy.
in Grumpy Old Men, he does some like wilding arm out shit. Like,
Yes.
Yeah. But Walter, he was good in Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. I liked that he was kind of like no bullshit. Everybody shut the fuck up and listen to me. Super fun movie. I dug it.
Yeah, great movie. That's
That's
a
a
great
great
movie.
wreck, actually.
Fucking great movie.
Hell yeah.
Mark, what do you got going on?
Oh, I'll stick with the horror genre. I
Horror.
watched the first episode of Alien Earth, and
Oh shit!
Oh,
I
yeah.
thoroughly enjoyed it.
God damn it!
It's
I gotta
really
catch
good.
up. I gotta watch it.
There's two
I
out,
won't say.
right?
I'm not going to say anything other than you guys should check it out and see what you think. It kind of keeps with the aesthetic, but it updates it a little bit, or you know, you can tell they probably don't have a big a budget as they want to, but it still maintains that like original Aliens aesthetic, and it's so far the characters are really cool, and I can't wait to see what they do next. I hope it doesn't turn out to be one of these like these things you're excited for and waiting for, and then it's like the first two episodes are great, and then the remaining ones are like filler episodes.
Oh yeah.
But so
Right.
far, it's good.
Well, do you think anything will be affected by this Hulu being acquired by Disney as far as their original stuff goes? Because this is a Hulu original, right? The Alien Earth
Yeah.
series.
Yeah. Oh, here's something weird about it. If anyone owns an Apple Vision Pro, there's no Hulu app, right? So
Yeah, you have to
just
just
Disney?
access it
you
through
cannot
Disney
watch
Plus.
this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Here's the dumb thing. They made like this Apple Vision Pro environment, so you're in this like storage container room, and like, cool, I can watch this show in the storage container room of the ship. And then I
That's
try to
badass.
look it, it's nowhere to be found. I uninstall the app, I update it. You cannot do anything with this on an Apple Vision
Weird.
Pro, which kind of sucks.
That
But
sucks.
anyway, it's a really fun show, and I highly recommend it so far.
Dude,
If the second episode sucks, I apologize.
Dark Knight of the Scarecrow is gonna look so weird in 4:3 on your Apple Vision Pro. Mark's gonna be watching.
I'll just double it up and put one in
He's
each
gonna
eye.
Mark's gonna keep pinching, trying to zoom in. He's trying to
Yeah.
fill the space.
What the fuck is going on here?
Fill the fucking
What's
space.
this black space here?
Oh Jesus!
Dude,
there
you
he
know what that
goes.
reminds me of? Have you guys heard of this Cosm theater? There's one in Dallas and one in LA, and it's called Cosm, COSM, and it's this fully immersive cinematic experience. It almost looks like it's like what's it called? Where you go and look at the stars? I'm having a brain fart right now.
Oh, like the
Planetarium.
planetariums?
Planetarium. Thank you. It's like a
Wait,
planetarium.
have they been advertising like the Matrix experience
Yes,
in these theaters?
yes, the Matrix one, exactly. And dude, you're sitting in the Nebuchadnezzar during scenes in the Matrix where they're in the Nebuchadnezzar. Like during the scene where Neo's dodging the bullets slow mo on the rooftop, you're with the camera as it like flies around and does a 180
Whoa.
spin on the rooftop. It looks so fucking amazing. And I know you guys are big film guys and can appreciate the technical aspects even more than me. So when you were talking about that Apple Vision thing, it made me go immediately to that Cosm thing. And if I
Dude.
was in Texas or Cali, I would try and hit it up.
Not to make this an ad, but if you start watching 3D movies in this thing, it brings them back to life. I don't think I could watch a 3D movie any other way. It's pretty awesome.
Nice.
Shout
Yeah,
out to Apple.
I bet that's awesome.
I see. Yeah, they're doing the Matrix. I'm looking it up now. They also have some Cirque du Soleil shows, some kind of surfing thing, and they're big on sports. You can watch games.
Yeah, they
there.
do like. Yeah, they do like the rodeo stuff, the professional bull riding, and some
That's kinda
I
cool.
think baseball and soccer stuff. But the Matrix thing is what piqued my interest for sure. I fucking
Yeah,
loved
that
it.
Yeah, that
Matrix
sounds like a
thing
lot.
actually
I'm
looks
into
pretty
those
cool.
weird-
I'm not into like. Have you seen that the Sphere in Vegas is doing the Wizard of Oz, but they used AI
yeah.
to basically populate the whole. So like instead of just you looking at the proper frame, all they did was just stretch the sky out as far as it can go, so that it goes whatever.
Ah.
So it looks like shit. So the characters are really tiny in front of you, the way they're supposed to be, and then you're just looking at straight up sky. It's like. Who wants this?
What if the AI fucked up though and just took all the dark stories, so it's just a bunch of little people hanging in the trees? Like,
Yeah, all the urban legends.
Yep.
They show Judy Garland like in the corner, like ODing. Too soon. Too soon.
Fucking amazing.
That's cool though. I bet that Apple Vision shit's sweet.
Okay, next up for me, it's a nerdy documentary. I name dropped it before. I'm doing nerdy documentaries again. I'm getting ready for our annual trip to Horror Nights. As Mark knows, I know nothing about modern day wrestling. All my wrestling references are old. I know Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior and Undertaker. All my shit's old. So this year at HHN, there's going to be a house that's based on the Wyatt Six. And I had never heard of these people. I didn't know who they were. I just saw this image of these weird looking people that have masks on. And I was like, what the fuck is this? So somebody told me, a wrestling fan told me to watch a documentary called Becoming Immortal, Bray Wyatt. And I wound up watching it, and it is fantastic. I'm not so interested in modern wrestling. I have too many other interests and I can't keep up. There's just too much wrestling stuff. But if you're going to go to the event and you're like me and you just want to know about this specific thing, you can go on YouTube and try to watch all the matches and watch all this shit. Just watch Bray Wyatt Becoming Immortal and you'll know everything you need to know. It shows you this guy's thought process, who he was. It teaches you about the Wyatt family, the Wyatt Six. It got me so excited for this house and the possibilities
oh wow,
of what WWE
Didn't he
could
pass
mean
away?
at the event. Yeah, Bray Wyatt did pass away a few years ago, unexpectedly.
A couple of years ago. Yeah.
But I think
remember
what has
hearing about
happened
that.
is not only has the legacy of his creation, the Fiend, who is this like weird looking fucking guy, has lived on, but now other people who were also in his gang, the Wyatt Six, have kind of they've come back. The resurgence of the Wyatt Six has happened, so now they're a wrestling team. So it's kind of cool, even in death, he's still able to not only still be part of wrestling, but like his character's whole deal was that he was kind of existing between the living and the dead, and he would come out with a lantern. So it's really cool because the Wyatt Six family can come out of darkness with that lantern, and it feels like he's there. So it's actually a really fucking cool idea. And the design and shit for them is really cool. Like, they look a little bit like, They're almost like a fucked up Rob Zombie circus family of mutants with like weird shit going on. Their costume and creature design is really cool. So I'm telling you,
It's like Wrong Turn.
it's like Wrong Turn.
Yeah.
That's 100% right. If you're
That's cool.
into like monster stuff, and you're especially if you're into haunts and you're going to the event this year, watch this documentary. It's also just a great documentary. So it was fascinating. Like, again, you don't have to know about wrestling to understand like who this guy is and what he brought to the sport. So it's really cool, man. Those wrestling documentaries are really well made. I've seen a couple other ones randomly. And The Undertaker is the narrator of the documentary, which is particularly fitting.
Oh, wow.
So, and it makes me think
Nice.
The Undertaker is going to appear in this house somewhere. That's my theory. And I'm going to plant that flag right now because he's so connected with them, and he narrated the documentary, and he has fought the Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt Six before. So I think Undertaker's going to pop up in this fucking house. I'm going to call it
Like,
right now.
what if
Oh,
you're
that'd be
walking in
cool.
the house and you just hear those bells that dum, and like,
Dude.
you know right away, like here he
Mark
comes,
gets
dude, here he
fucking
comes.
tombstoned in the house.
That'd be badass.
That would be
Undertaker
badass.
was awesome for sure.
Yeah, and it's really crazy to hear him narrate a documentary. Like he's like, he doesn't even have to say his name. You just know who he is. He's like, I've come from the dirt. You're like, what the fuck? You're like, you're some Morgan Freeman being
burying
like
bodies all day.
so friendly in the voiceover booth. The Undertaker sounds like he's reached up out of the grave. So it's
I rose
awesome.
from the dead just to narrate this.
Yeah. You can watch it on Peacock and maybe one other place too. I don't know if WWE has like a separate thing, but yeah, you can check it
That's
out.
why you watched it. It was on Peacock.
It was on Peacock, and I was like, I want to see this Wyatt Six shit. And somebody was like, just fucking go watch Bray Wyatt Becoming Immortal. So here I am telling you, go watch Bray Wyatt Becoming Immortal.
Nice.
By the way, it's crazy how good the Metacritic scores are for it. It's like
Yeah.
100% Rotten Tomatoes, like super high audience scores.
It's a powerful
cool.
story
Did it by-
because it's a tragic story, but it's also got this cool horror shit. Like, he's a horror head, this wrestler, and he brought all that now. It would be the equivalent of one of us being a wrestler.
Didn't he do
if-
like the Exorcist crawl too?
Yes, that's
And
his
he
whole
was
thing.
like-
He
he's a
turned the
big
Exorcist
guy,
crawl
too,
into a
and he
wrestling
could do
move.
it.
Yes, it's fucking
Nice.
awesome. And like he worked with like a real special effects company so that like to incorporate in his moves. So like if he does the Exorcist thing, another face pops out of his like neck plate. It looks really freaky. He
Dude,
did
it's
some
awesome.
cool shit, man. Like you see this and you're like, oh, now I understand why they're bringing this to the event. This is gonna look great.
Well,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
know how they got the black phone masks down, if they can do the masks of that family and all the little intricate details,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going to be really cool.
It's gonna be awesome. I think it's gonna be. It's right now, and I was not. This was the house I was least excited about. It is the house I am now most excited for, just because I'm like, I
That's
think we're
awesome.
gonna see some crazy fucking shit in this house, and it's not based on some movie or something where I'm like, oh, here's the part where this happened. It's like, no, I have no idea what's gonna happen. The fucking Undertaker might pop out. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be really awesome. I'm excited for it.
It could
Oh,
be
yeah,
one of
that
the most
sounds fun.
packed houses too.
I agree. Yeah. I think this is going to be one of those like event houses where people are like, hey, it's going to be steady business all night, all night, all night. So hopefully we can hit it early before the crowd show up.
That
Yeah,
and the
that'll be
Terrifier
awesome.
house. Those are going to be the ones. probably
Yeah.
along
I
the
think
lines. keep seeing everybody
Terrifier
talking about the
and Five
Terrifier.
Nights at Freddy's.
Oh,
I think
shit.
Five Nights at Freddy's is going to be a real problem, especially because like little kids in the event and they're going to be assholes. So like,
True,
I'm honestly
yeah.
the least excited about the Freddy house because I'm like, I don't want to fucking deal with children. So like, that's at the bottom of my list. And I think it's
And
like
the movie bombed.
and the movie bombed, and I didn't like the movie. I like Jim Henson's Creature
Yeah.
Shop. That's about
Yeah.
it. But I think Bray Wyatt and Terrifier are at my top now.
Nice.
Yeah.
that
Tommy,
leaves
what
me,
do you got
doesn't it?
going? What do you got going? Yeah, man.
So this one's kind of horror. I don't know that I don't even know if I've ever talked to you guys about this movie, but it seems like something I could have wrecked in the past or at least mentioned. It's a little bit more like a home invasion thriller than straight up horror, but You're Next from 2011 is
Great
a
movie.
movie that is super fun. Yeah. Like to me, so first of all, one of the things I like about it is it's kind of You know, a little bit of a nod to some old school horror shit. You got Barbara Crampton in there, and she's, you know, B movie horror royalty, and she's excellent as the matriarch of this little family. I love the story. I love that like Ty West and Adam Wingard, who were kind of coming up at the same time and making movies at the same time, worked together in this. Adam Wingard directed it. Ty West stars in it as like the boyfriend, the documentary filmmaker boyfriend. That's one of the, I think he is the first victim actually. So it's just super fun to me. Like I love anytime there's a badass final girl in any horror movie, they've kind of got my attention. And in this movie, it's Sharni Vinson, who's an Aussie actress, and she is such a fucking badass in this movie. Like, you know, you think of final girls, and obviously there's Heather Langenkamp. There's, you know, Jamie Lee as Laurie Strode, but this girl kind of like is more action packed than all of them because she's literally fighting back.
She's like if Rambo was a final girl. She has all the training and she has the bloodlust. It's fucking great.
I love like when her boyfriend looks at her and they're like, or not her boyfriend, it's like her boyfriend's siblings look at her and they're like, where did you learn all this shit? And she's like, I grew up on a survival compound. Like she's all fucking ready for this shit.
Dave from Love of Cinema, is that you? Every time I hear an Aussie accent, is that Dave? Where's Dave?
Well, Dave probably likes Sharni Vinson because she's the Australian Jamie Lee Curtis and Heather Langenkamp all fucking rolled into one with a little bit of a spritzing of Sigourney Weaver on top. So super fun movie. I love that there is, you know, when the other shoe drops and the reveal happens at the end of the movie, it is pretty surprising. I don't know how specific I want to get with it now, but you know, the people that are perpetrating this home invasion and the reasons behind it are all pretty fun, and it's a good movie.
And it's also got one hell of the most fucked up lines of dialogue I've ever heard, which is "fuck me next to your dead mother."
Yeah. Yes. That
Dude,
shit's crazy.
Totally forgot.
One of the craziest lines in a movie I've ever heard. It's stuck with me to this day.
And it's got one of the most like intense and visceral kill scenes when that girl runs out the door into that fucking fishing wire or piano wire. So that shit, if you're sitting around and you're like, which one's your next? You just go, the one where the girl sprints out the door and almost chops her own head off with piano wire. And then everybody goes, oh yeah, that one.
That one.
Let's watch that. Which I recommend. And I think it's cool that Wingard's doing these big Godzilla and Kong movies now, because like seeing, you know, that this is where he came from, and seeing like how well Ty West has done with the X trilogy versus where he came from, I feel like we've kind of evolved with them as filmmakers and storytellers. So Your Next is one of those early entries I like to go back to and be like, hell yeah, this guy would go on to make 2 Godzilla and Kong movies. That's pretty badass.
Yes, and Adam Wingard is not
Onslaught is going to be dope.
Oh, I was going to say, Adam Wingard is not doing Godzilla movies anymore. He's going to be making Face Off 2.
Oh,
shit. Well, he's in post-production on a movie called Onslaught, which is kind of like, it's another action horror where I guess some creature escapes from a facility, and I think a mom has to like protect her family from it. It sounds really dope. But I didn't know he was doing Face Off 2. He's
doing Face Off motherfucking 2. I don't know if John Travolta and Nick Cage are involved. I just know there's going to be a Face Off 2, and it's going to be directed by Adam Wingard.
I mean, it's hard because Nick Cage is dead, obviously. So it's like,
I don't know how they're gonna do that, and I'm not interested in Travolta versus somebody else. I'm kind of just hoping they make it 2 new people.
It's gonna be their kids. I'm Sean Arch, and then it's gonna be like the one kid's gonna realize, oh shit, I'm actually Castor Troy's son, but I was adopted by Archer, and he's gonna have like a
Joan Allen slept with Castor Troy. Secretly is my dad.
Like, wait, I thought Gina Gershon was my enemy, but that's my mom, you're saying?
That would be hilarious if they played with the face-off idea, but like not with stars, but like body types. Like a fat guy is gonna face off with a skinny guy. A black guy is gonna face off with a white guy. We're gonna have all these weird combinations, and people are gonna have all this problematic shit. And they're gonna be like, "Get my face."
Dude,
They should
If
call
it
it
is
body
different
off. if they
races,
do
it'll
that.
be funny if they only change the face,
They
but the
just
rest of the
they
body.
didn't do anything else. Yes, they didn't do anything else.
You
It could be
just
a real
got pudgy
commentary.
white hands.
Yep. I can't think of a better way to affect race relations than by just face-offing. Let's just be each other,
Yeah.
and then we will learn.
White
okay?
face,
How-
black
totally,
face,
dude.
white face, all of it. Do it
Yeah,
all.
dude.
Do it all.
And still put Nick Cage in there somehow. I don't know. Maybe he's like in a
Yeah,
dream or something. I don't know.
He's a dancing priest. He's like a really inappropriate priest, which obviously we saw him. He's got the moves in the beginning of the first one, so he could pull that off.
It could be fun too if they had copies of the faces from the original movie and they're like, yeah, we could face off with these two guys, or you could have Nick Cage's face. And the guy's like, yeah, give me that one.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like, I've been reading about that guy. I watched
And
a
then Nick
documentary
Cage
about
comes
that
back.
guy.
Yeah.
Actually,
would be awesome.
that's how you bring him back. That's how you get Nick Cage back in the fold. So that's a good. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I'm
And
back
fuck
on
it.
board.
No other they just everybody then wants the same face, so we have a movie with like 5 Nick Cages and they're all running around trying
Yeah.
to kill each other. That would
I
be
would
amazing.
totally watch that.
Hell yeah, dude.
Honestly, that's like the unbearable weight of massive talent part 2. It almost sounds like we're getting
Yes,
this
dude.
a little bit.
I'm gonna call it Face Off Uncaged, and everybody's got gold weapons like he had in the first movie. But we'll do different gold
Fuck yeah,
weapons.
dude.
Somebody's got like a gold machine gun. Somebody's got like a gold axe. You know, just like different gold.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. A gold rocket launcher. They're all so
Fuck yes, a
cute and
gold
shit.
rocket launcher. Yeah, 100% has to happen. I would
And
love
they're all
that.
just popping chiclets. They're all like, yeah, we
Yeah.
still like the chiclets. It goes with the face.
Just like dancing around. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. That's awesome.
I'd be done.
Guys, do you have any more recs you want to give out before we call it here, or are we good?
I mean, I just had Naked Gun, but that was it. So
Oh God, I love
That movie was
Naked Gun.
awesome.
It was
I
so
think all
good.
three of us, we should probably say that's a wreck from all three of us at this point. I
Yeah,
think,
for
right?
sure,
Like,
100%.
I think so, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
you know, it's weird. I saw people who didn't like it online, which of course you go online, you can find any opinion.
those
on
people are
anything.
butts.
Like, dude, like they were like Liam Neeson should stick to action movies. I'm like, are you kidding me? His comedic timing in this, what he was Leslie Nielsen's son, like
Yes.
perfect. He was Frank Drebin Jr.
He's Frank
100%.
Jr. He's Frank
Yeah,
Jr.
he got that
goddammit.
like deadpan delivery perfectly.
Dude,
Yeah,
since I saw that
absolutely.
movie, every couple days I will think of a new gag from the movie that I liked. Like the other day, I was thinking about how fucking great Pam Anderson's whole when she's scatting. I was
Oh
like,
my
holy
God.
shit!
My
She's like,
brother
"I'm okay."
thought that scene was fucking hilarious.
It's fucking hilarious, dude.
You know, my favorite scene with her is when she's leaving his office and she goes, on second thought, I will take that chair. And she just grabs this metal chair and is banging it on every fucking
Yeah.
thing on her way
you
out.
can't,
She,
you
like,
can't fight,
chases a lady with it.
you can't fight City Hall. No, you can't. It's a building. Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing.
Or
I don't
when,
know how you don't
when the
like this
bad guy's
movie.
like-
If you don't like this movie, shame on you.
Yeah, just don't laugh anymore at anything.
Yeah, seriously. God
You
damn,
don't have a sense
dude.
of humor anymore.
When
thought
I
was
saw it in the
hilarious.
theater,
Pam
by the way,
Anderson was
my
great.
whole audience, we had the best time. We were all laughing, having a good fucking time. Like, I think people were just jazzed about seeing a comedy again in the theater. Like, oh my God, remember we used to do this?
Well, and it
Yeah,
was
like remember fun, irreverent humor.
Remember
Shit,
fun?
that's
Well, that's
Yeah.
yeah, just fun. Leave it at that. But we don't get slapstick anymore. You know, slapstick kind of went out of style. When we were kids, we got the Naked Gun movies, we got the Hot Shots movies, and then our parents before us, you know,
Yeah.
they had Airplane.
But
and-
now
and
I saw they're going
there
to bring
hasn't-
back a scary movie. Fucking Anna Faris
Yeah.
is
Oh,
coming
shit.
back. They're going to do a new scary movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. That'll be
I don't
really
know.
cool.
Are the Wayans still doing it? Is Keenan Ivory involved?
I don't
'Cause
know.
I
think
hope
it's
so.
gotta be.
I just saw Anna Faris's name. Maybe they're coming back.
Okay.
Wait, let me see if this is. I saw.
I think
literally
Regina Hall
saw
is
this
too.
Oh, Regina Hall is coming back. Yes,
Yeah.
because Scary
Yep,
Movie
I saw
6.
her and Anna Faris.
Oh yeah, Marlon Wayans is involved. So is Sean Wayans. Yeah, dude, they're
So
all
that'll be good.
involved.
That's cool. For
Everybody's
a second,
involved.
I thought Marlon Wayans wouldn't be involved because of him. Like he's trying to do something
Oh,
more
be
serious.
serious.
But it is cool if he does both of those, which would be fucking awesome because I love that guy.
I am
But you
not
know, that
sold on
family,
him
dude-
yet. I think him looks a little generic, if I can be honest. I'm hoping to be proven wrong. I always want a movie to be better than I think it's going to be, but for some reason, that trailer did nothing for me. I'm not excited about it.
I know for some reason I'm like really psyched to see it,
Really?
I
Weird.
don't even know
Why?
what
Wait,
it
what
is.
is it?
Like visually, and I like the fact that it's like this weird hyper masculine, like these guys are like trying to be at the top and what it takes to be at the top and all the weird rituals and stuff involved with it. I think it's a really cool idea in
Hmm.
combination with CTE, which is, as since I
I hope
watch
you're right.
UFC, I'm a huge fan of CTE.
Nice,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
I didn't even know about this movie. I just checked it out while you guys were talking. And body horror movie coming out with
Dude,
fucking Marlon Wayans. I'm down. That's
watch
cool.
that
And football.
trailer on full screen. It's awesome, especially when they're launching footballs at each other's heads.
Well, and you guys know, I think you guys know this about me. I'm a big football guy. I
Oh,
used to play
yes.
football. I love
Yes.
watching football.
Oh
So
shit, yeah.
I'm all over this. Actually, I almost recommended a football movie today in my Recs, but I figured it would be a waste. So I went with two
Like
horrors
these
and an
guys
old
don't
school.
appreciate
Like
sports.
these
Well,
fucking
I just
guys.
figured
I'm
you
a
guys would
base.
not give a
Listen,
fuck about
I'm a
it.
baseball guy. I'm a baseball movie guy, and I'm a baseball guy.
Sure.
But I'll fuck with some football
enough.
movies every now and then. Depend. I like The Program. The Program is good.
The program Varsity
Replacements?
Blues is my shit. The Replacements is
Oh,
fun.
Replacements
I
is
watched
fun.
Waterboy the other day, and I hate that movie. The Waterboy is so fucking stupid. It's too stupid.
I also
It's
don't
too
like
dumb.
that one. I prefer The Wedding Singer for my '98 Adam Sandler movies. I think Wedding Singer's the better. Dude, have we
Yeah,
all seen Happy
and I-
Gilmore 2 and how awesome it is?
Yeah, they did a good job with that. I
That
love
was
that shit.
fantastic.
Good job.
Do you know the bit?
Dude, they're
that,
doing
that-
a great job of reviving these old comedy
Yes.
franchises. It's like horror's getting a nice boost, and now
Well,
And
because I
comedy.
think it's
great
coming from a
comedies.
place. I think because it's coming from a place of love and adoration, and not for money. You know what I mean? Like I feel
Yeah.
like everybody that was involved with Naked Gun, with Happy Gilmore, is people that were fans of that shit too. So it was like they weren't just doing it because the studio's looking to capitalize on an IP. It felt like it was like, hey, let's kind of come back and have some fun. And Happy Gilmore 2, that's what it was fun. Like the bit that got me the most was every time they showed Chubb's son, and you could tell he's clearly holding a wooden hand out of his
yeah.
sweater sleeve. But like they just kept going. They just didn't give a shit. Just him holding the wooden hand. I thought that was
Yeah,
hilarious.
dude,
It
there's
was that
something
earthquake.
so reflexively funny. It was funny when I was 12. It's funny now that I'm 41. Like anytime Adam Sandler gets mad and yells when he sucks and he's trying to hit the ball and it just keeps cutting as he's on the as he's cursing and that hard cut.
Like you fucking
It was
yeah.
genius.
It worked on me every fucking time. I laughed like an idiot. It worked on me so.
The other
I
one,
also-
by the way, the
so
other
well.
thing that got me was like I love prop comedy, and all the like hidden booze was so fucking
Oh
hilarious.
yeah, the booze was awesome.
Just
The,
like
cu-
In
the
everything.
cucumber in the store when he's got the top on it. Fucking great. Fucking brilliant.
And I love the cell phone. He's looking at pictures of his
Yeah.
of his deceased wife, and you're like, oh man, poor guy. And
Yeah.
then he just starts twisting the top off, like. And then the Eminem shit got me too. I'm a big Eminem guy, and I love that when he's fighting the alligators, he goes, "Detroit, what?" Which is definitely something he yells in his music. So yeah, Happy Gilmore 2
shit.
was fun
Funny
for
shit.
sure.
I also want to give a quick, speaking of revitalizing comedy franchises as well. I know it's a TV rec, but I watched all of the new King of the Hill, and it was fucking great. Every episode was
Oh,
great.
really?
If you're
heard
not
good
a
things.
fan of the original King of the Hill, this is not going to change your mind. If you're a fan like I am, you're going to feel right at home because it feels like they haven't missed a step. It's the same exact show. So it's kind of amazing how they were able to translate the comedy and the writing. It's so fucking good, dude. The gags. It's only 10 episodes this season, so I blew through it in a couple days. It's great. Big ol' wreck from me, that new King of the Hill.
Dang.
It's fucking awesome.
I love that they advanced, that Bobby's older and Hank's older. And because I
Yes.
used to watch it, I'm a big Mike Judge guy. And I like that they advanced, and changed with the times a little bit, because that can get a little redundant with The Simpsons when there's an episode where they're showing Homer was in a grunge band in the 90s. And I'm like, no, he wasn't.
No, he
Like,
wasn't.
He
I
was a
hate that
nuclear
era.
technician in the fucking 90s.
Yep.
And so it's good that they changed with the times. I'm going to have to check that out. I haven't
Yeah,
yet,
low
but-
key, Bobby of all people older Bobby has become like the best character in the show.
Nice.
Young
Oh, wow,
Bobby
that's
was
awesome.
amazing too because he was so fucking weird. That weird kid grew
Yeah.
up to be a weird adult, and it's kind of amazing.
That's usually
Dude,
what happens.
okay, I gotta see this now.
Yeah, it's really fun. And Mark, don't worry. if you're like, because I know Mark, you're big on like having the context, and I don't think you have to you should rewatch some of those old King of the Hills because they're fucking great, but it's very good about kind of explaining to you in a nice organic way, like, hey, this is who this guy is. Hey, remember this guy? This is why we kind of talk to this guy. Like, it's clever. It's treating you like you haven't watched it in 15 years, so that you're like, we're not expecting you to go back and rewatch all this. Remember this guy? If you don't, this is what his deal is.
That's
Plus
cool,
it's-
actually. That's very smart.
It's King of the Hill. Like, you don't need to know who shot JR or who Daenerys
No.
is fucking and who's gonna take the Iron Throne. Like,
There's only
King of the
one
Hill,
thing
you
that I
know?
could
Like,
see people being kind of confused about if you don't know the original series about like who Hank's dad was, and that Hank's dad had another
Okay.
family. But that is very clearly, there's one episode about it. It's very clearly spelled out who this random person is, and you're like, okay, I understand.
Nice.
Yeah.
By the way,
fucking
do
know
they
that.
all connect
Yes.
as like one big storyline?
Yeah, it's. I mean, they're episodic, but they have through lines. Like Bobby is a chef at a Japanese German fusion place, and that is like a running gag. Like he's always trying to push the restaurant, do good things with the restaurant. And there's something else I won't spoil for you. That's like a season wide arc that Bobby is involved in. That by the end you're like, oh shit, yeah, they kept kind of playing this story out. But they still do
that's
episodic
cool.
shit. But like, yes, if somebody gets injured in an episode, in the next episode, are they still injured? Yes. So yeah, they don't reset the clock every time. It's actually really, really cool that way.
That
Nice,
sounds
some
cool. I'll check it out
continuity.
for sure.
It's fun,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, especially if you like that humor. It's just so, and I've been, I spent many a summer in Texas. If you know Texas, it just fucking feels like you're right back there.
Oh,
Fun
well.
shit. All right, that's it for me. You guys got any other recs you want to dish out?
No,
All right. Well,
Think I-
Tommy, I want to thank you for popping by to hang out with us for our big weapons episode. Always fun to have you on and talk horror,
Yeah.
but always just kind of fun to just bro down with you, brother, and talk about movies and physical media and 4Ks. And so glad you could join us, dude. Thank you for that.
Thank you guys for having me. And obviously we talk in between eps plenty via text, but it's good to have some laughs and fucking putz around and joke around and talk shop in person, I guess, so to speak, digitally, but still we're looking at each other, we're reacting to each other.
Yes.
So thank you guys for having me on, and I'm sure I'll probably talk some horror with you again soon.
Fuck yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be horror season without you, dude.
I know.
Yeah. Same to you guys. Same to you guys.
Mark, always good to see you, dude. It's been a long time. Good to see you, my friend. Good luck.
Yeah, it's nice to reconnect with all of you. It was super
Good to
fun.
reconnect. Good luck with your MRI appointment. Remember, don't wear any metal shit. Don't have any of that shit on your person. All right, that's my
The
advice
next time
to
you
you.
see me, there's just like stitches everywhere from the metal parts tearing off.
If part
They
of
pulled
Mark's
out your
arm is missing,
adamantium.
yep.
You
Gotta
know
be
what?
careful.
There's a
on that one.
wheelchair embedded into my chest.
Just sticking out of your shoulder, a wheelchair.
Next
handle.
episode, it's going to be like, well, the good news is we've crossed 2 million views. The bad news is Mark doesn't have an arm. So anyway, this week we're going to be reviewing. That's what's going to happen.
It's the good
I
news
wreck
is
having two arms.
Yeah.
Wait, can I do it? Just come in like,
There you go.
with the
Yeah.
folded shoulder.
Perfect.
stick a
Yep.
handle out that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, it's got to be pinned. Have the one sleeve pinned down.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
Now you can roll down
There
the
we
street
go.
at least, though. You could be like, "Hey, folks, the good news is I can roll downhill pretty fast. The bad news, uphill sucks. 'Cause I'm half wheelchair."
I'm half man, half wheels. Um, all right, that's it for us. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back at some point. We're still technically on summer break, but this is the unofficial kickoff of our spooky season. So just be on the lookout on our socials to figure out when and what we'll be coming back with. That's it. We're out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.